We're looking at 1.5 a month. That's really what we're looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
Joe Budden is 2 years away from cooking with Martha Stewart.
Oh, the company that they work for, that's a black-owned company, is making that much money and got the nerd to act different. I have encouraged this behavior from Melissa Ford a lot.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Go to Bernie's Burgo Images.
At night.
That's
Mary
crazy.
Kill, Bernie's Burgos, M4, Khalees.
Don't go down so fast.
Ooh, that. Ooh.
Whoa, no. Can we tell that story?
I think we could tell the story.
You was in that?
We
was all up in that.
We was
Bleep that shit though.
Yo, hold on. No. I run. He followed me. I'm like, I know he's behind me. I don't even gotta look.
We pulled up to my crib when we got outside. It was 3 a.m. We was like, yeah!
Man. All right, Brandon.
He showed his breast.
That was crazy.
And he had titties.
He had titties.
And
Are we watching two old niggas upset that pretty privilege exists? Is that what we're watching?
That's all it is.
look, I respect hoes, but
I know you do.
I wouldn't want my daughter like that. Like,
But you're right. You do lose respect, but that doesn't mean that you got to necessarily hate on the game.
you know, gets with the right manager, the right CEO head, and he's like, he like some Diddy shit.
Perry Hill
Hey,
had the
don't be
same
calling
message.
people incels now.
You're right.
Don't just
You're
be doing that.
You're right, because
that's how it happens.
It could be
Yeah.
false.
It could be you.
It
It
could
could
be
be.
false.
It
Come
could
on.
be me.
Is this the shortest no jumper employee?
On Vernon Avenue, and don't blur none of this out either. Don't cut none of this off the screen. Make sure all this motherfucker on here. West Side Road.
He was really begging for his life.
Yeah. He started, and he did a good job. He saved himself.
He did.
Beat 'em, people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. It's the pod about your favorite pod. I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Nobles,
AJ the Menace.
White Man on the boards,
Yep.
FN right beside him.
That's me.
Yes, we are back. Please leave your hashtag office hours in the comment section below. Partner, at the end of the show, we get to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot. And check out the $5 Patreon.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's funny and very eventful.
Yes.
And it
It's
might
a case
give
study.
it might give further context to the attitude we have towards everybody this episode. Maybe. But
Yeah.
$5 Patreon, check that out. Like the video, share, tell your friends.
Subscribe. All that.
But yes.
Oh yeah, but something was funny about them lights, right?
Is that light?
Something going on with him.
Yeah, that middle one looks a little crazy.
the middle? It's the middle for
It's
me.
the middle
Yeah.
one.
It's the middle one.
Give us 1 second. We'll be right back. It's the minor details, ladies and gentlemen. So
Okay.
we're back. I think we fixed everything.
Yes. Did you have any good watches this week?
I didn't. I was about to hit the. Well, I was. I'm glad you asked that. No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Neither do I. Did you watch anything good?
No, everything was terrible.
Yeah, no, it was a bad week of content.
Yeah.
I kept refreshing my YouTube algorithm, expecting just something to come through. It never happened.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't nothing too eventful.
Honestly, maybe the Joe thing was a good watch. Joe Budden accidentally released his
So
Patreon
dramatic.
numbers, and we're just going to say accidentally released his Patreon numbers, but his Patreon numbers were released for the first time to the public.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a good watch because we all saw what he's making monthly on Patreon, and the numbers that reflected were $900,000 a month.
Yeah.
That was on one platform.
I think it was like $902,000
It was it was
to
crazy.
be exact, which is
A disgusling number.
congratulations on
It's
that.
truly beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like we should hit the round of applause
All
button
for-
just because niggas getting money out.
I don't
here.
have one actually.
No, Lauren got it.
I got one.
There we go.
Yeah.
White
This is
Cheers
a
too.
good watch. It's different. It is different because
Them
nobody's
strippers about to get a raise.
This is crazy, my nigga. Just remember, this is one platform. He still
Yep.
got his YouTube revenue. He still got his ads,
Spotify.
sponsorship.
Spotify.
How many-
We're looking at
Podcasts,
we're looking at
everything.
1.5 a month. That's really what we're looking at.
Yeah.
in the 12 months in a year.
Come on,
Do the
Yeah.
math,
and some
man.
months are better than others.
Yeah. We
Every
don't
now
even
and then,
know.
that month is a $2 million month.
Right.
Especially now that he dropped the numbers.
It's up, bro.
Yeah.
Because
It's
he
up.
also has 30.2 million visits just to the Patreon in general, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, apparently that
Like,
was what he was trying to only highlight at
That's what he-
first.
yeah.
Now I will say like these are like I was watching somebody's video and they were like kind of breaking down the difference, which I've seen that too. Like we have people on our Patreon, but we'll have 200 impressions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
200 people are not subscribed to our Patreon.
They ain't all
I think it's just
$5.
the amount of people that came to the land. It's that number is the amount of people that came to the landing page.
Yeah.
And it's
Whether you-
recurring to the same people.
I think it's just like YouTube. Every month you get a different number. You
You
know
get
what I
a different
mean?
number.
So that many people came to the landing page, but subscriber wise, he's only looking at 154,000. Not only, but he's got 154 actual thousand subscribers.
And he also has 5 tiers on his Patreon, right?
Scattered between 5 levels, 4 or
Yeah.
5 levels.
Yeah, nah. Just in terms of Patreon success, he's definitely up there with a lot of the other people that's on the platform. But have you heard about Matt and Shane's Patreon?
I have, but I know why it's like that. Though.
I've heard that it's insane.
I know why it's like
They're
that.
like,
though.
I think I don't want to say it's one of the biggest on Patreon, but I think he's probably like top 3 or something. Stupid.
He is, but the thing is because the first level's $1.
Yeah, but not only people from a certain period in time are on that tier. They closed it off like right when they was getting huge.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and so not everybody that's on the website is on that tier. Like that was for the day one niggas that have been on the Patreon since they had like 1,000 views an episode.
Okay.
So for those niggas that was locked in, they locked them in. They did them right. But everybody else,
Well, that's interesting. But I do
everybody
remember,
else on the back end is on that that upper tier.
Yeah, I do remember when I was watching it, I was like, that is crazy because I was just doing Patreon research. And then when I saw it, I was like, nigga, the first tier is $1, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect
Yeah,
at all. Obviously,
yeah.
if you're in the top 3 of earners.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, this at least
The
makes
door
sense.
is wide open,
The
though.
door is wide open. This is why it makes sense.
But I don't know why people are surprised about Joe. Like,
Niggas, I think niggas didn't want to believe Joe was getting it like this. And this is
Word.
not, I don't think this is just this year. Joe's been getting it like this for a long time.
is Joe
It's just people don't want to. He's easily hated.
is Joe still looked at as like, you know, the drunk kind of or whatever he was, just kind of the
Depends on who you're talking to, but we know 154,800 people
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. They're willing to pay for that view.
yeah.
Joe Budden is 2 years away from cooking with Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
I think that there's like a real case for him to really make it.
I'm with you.
To
Yeah.
not to be as famous as Snoop Dogg, but to have the same kind of opportunities to where this nigga can just pop up,
Hold up now.
in random places and be accepted.
He
Snoop Dogg, I was with you with Martha Stewart because Martha Stewart fuck with niggas now. She
You
did
know
a
what
little
I'm
and she's
jail
also
time.
a criminal.
But Snoop Dogg, I don't think we can compare him to anybody.
Of course
unless
not.
we're using Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan.
And that's why I said not
or
the
50
same.
Cent.
That's why I said not the same level
God.
of fame, but like certain opportunities that it's like, yo, only a nigga like Snoop Dogg can do that.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Is this why we're watching Joe Budden create his like actual network within his Patreon? Like the shows that are separate from the Joe Budden show are only within the network, and he's also
And they're good.
Exactly, and he's also bringing more cast members in to pull from their
build
their
his
people
network.
and build his network even further. So he's probably getting more active listeners as he's still bringing people. You know what I'm saying? Like Marc is here
Yeah.
now, bringing more.
Yeah.
Probably if he gets Mona,
Ian is working.
exactly. If he gets
Ian
Mona,
got-
that number goes up more, and then everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Ian's working too. Ian got they got the Ian and Mark show.
Yeah, which
Yep.
I see clips of.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's
It's
entertaining.
entertaining. Yeah, it's entertaining. Like I've watched it a couple times. That was one of it's good. Like because
Even
because
the behind the scenes content that they be doing.
right because
The little 2-minute
Mark
videos.
plays along with Ian the whole time, and that's like the big thing. You know, like Ian is like forming the show, pushing the show, but it takes one of the cast members to fully play along with him.
Yeah.
to make it entertaining because he has good ideas. You just have to not think it's corny and not want to
Yeah.
play into his thing. You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
But if you do
You
play
gotta be able
into
to
it,
stomach it a little
and you
bit.
enjoy Mark Lamont Hill, it's a good combo.
It's a good connection.
It's a good connection, yeah. So
And they got
them,
the
yeah, he did move his network style to the
To the
Patreon,
Patreon,
and
yeah.
that's where we get all that. Because I mean,
Is that the only way to do it though? If you're
It's
trying to
a way
go
to do
like
it.
fully independent,
it's a way to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we always come to these conversations when it comes to Joe Budden and his business. It's like, which way do you want to do it? Do you want to own everything? Do you want to have complete control?
because he doesn't have a
Or do-
website, right?
Yeah. I'm
He has a
sure.
website?
Like JoeBudden.com?
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's
does
a JoeBudden.org.
He has to. Yeah, he has to. Got to.
I mean, I'm
Bare
just saying
minimum
because
you get-
you know what's his name, Red Bar.
Yeah. Website.
He has everything on a website, and I'm pretty sure he might be bringing in at least 500,000 at least.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for so fucking long. Who knows?
He's doing that through his own domain too.
Who
But I
knows?
think
What is
That's-
Red Bar making?
That's next level because he's got his own servers and all that
Servers,
shit.
yeah.
But I think Joe came into the JBP. Joe came into Patreon as a partner too.
He did.
So is
He
there some
came in-
loyalty with that?
Or he became a partner.
He became a partner. So
Didn't they
it's,
give him a job?
But he's
too?
not
Like,
a-
isn't he on some kind of board on Patreon?
He's not that anymore.
Yeah.
I thought they.
I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I just know
exactly
he came in
what it was.
as a partner, and when you are a partner, it's different. Like if you're an average Twitch streamer, they take 50% of your revenue, but when you're a partner,
it's a
you
better
get,
split.
It's like
Yeah.
an 80-20 or something like that. So
They
But-
treat you like you're sentient.
right,
They didn't separate.
no, he's still on Patreon.
Yeah, no, Joe Budden is not a board member at Patreon. However, he did join the company in an advisory role called Head of Creator Equity.
Yes.
But he's not doing that anymore. Okay.
They gave him a made-up job, which is dope.
But that was probably a dope job while he had that shit.
yeah.
Anytime you can get a company to create a job for you to fill, you're doing good.
You're doing good. Yeah.
That means
Remember
they
when
wanna-
niggas were
they
creative
wanna keep
directors
you
all the
on.
time?
Because what is Wallow doing? Not to interrupt you, but Wallow's like head of black. Can you look this up? Isn't Wallow head of black creator entertainment at YouTube or something? I could have sworn I saw him doing a speech and he's like, yeah, you know, I mean, like that's what we doing.
Yeah, he's
you know, he's
curating.
always, yeah, we
He's
curating.
curating the culture for YouTube.
I don't know. Wallow was Wallow 267.
What did you what did you
I
ask him to
just put
Google?
in, title, but hold on.
Does Wallow 267 work
role-
for YouTube?
Yeah, I guess that would have been the thing.
Wallow
But yeah,
is the
these-
kind of guy that you make a job up for.
Yeah,
Because
but
he'll take it above and beyond. He'll really make it a position that's worthwhile.
But the fact that Joe doesn't have this partnership with Patreon, I mean, it's not really any loyalty. The nigga just bought the condo. I'm pretty sure he could pay for servers, you know what I'm saying? If he really wanted to go that route of like moving everybody to his own website,
Yeah, but
own, you know, domain and
2022.
whatnot.
you have to really
I'm
you have to
now
really believe in that philosophy
This was in
to go all the
2022
way
also.
off the grid.
Wait, are we saying he's not doing enough? Is that what we're saying?
nah.
Oh,
What?
okay.
That's what you heard?
I couldn't tell.
Nah, nigga. I'm just saying that it's if he wanted to,
Oh yeah.
he probably could because he bought the condo. Like money isn't a problem. We see that.
Right.
So I
Right.
mean, how much is it to manage servers? You know, how much is he getting off merch? I'm pretty sure the money could, you know,
I think yeah.
I'm pretty sure it could be an investment, but it's probably a lot to move everybody over. That'll be its own little process.
For sure, yeah. I know one of the biggest things that people are talking about now that these numbers have dropped is, well, people start acting funny. You know what I mean? Like, are the co-hosts going to start acting different because now that they know how much he's actually making? Does that change people's relationship with you where they're like, you know what I mean? I don't get paid enough. I'm only getting this now.
They need to be living better lives than
Essentially.
than the better lives
That's how,
they're already
that's how a
living.
lot of
Yeah.
people. That's how a lot of people get.
Gluttony.
Yeah, a lot of people get like that. Like they
Because you
find
realize
out.
how vast the options really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10K a month now feels crazy if that's what you're getting.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you think Joe is giving? You think Joe is giving them niggas 10K a month? It has to be a little bit more.
Yeah, I
it's-
think.
yeah,
I
it's
think.
more.
I think
It's
it's
more.
It's
definitely
probably a
more.
little bit
Think
more.
it's that
definitely more.
low?
And it's different. It's different.
No, he was
for
just throwing a
everybody.
number.
I'm just throwing a number, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't more than 20.
But that's only for the core. The core
Because
of
20,
the group. That's
20 a
there.
month is still over 200K. And I think, well, they're probably getting at least 30. But they definitely not getting 50 the way they talking.
Yeah, nah. If they was getting 50, I
way
don't
they-
think it would be any complaint.
I don't know. I never wasted. Well, not wasted time, but like, I never sat and really thought about how much the co-hosts might be making.
Me either.
I just,
Until
in my
now.
mind, I've always just kind of been like, I just can tell who gets paid the most. Marc, Ice-ish, Parks, they get paid the most. The newer people, Emmanuel gets paid the least.
Of course.
Marc is probably on the same level as him, but on re-signing, he'll enter into like M4 territory
Supermax.
and flip territory. Yeah, he'll enter into like Supermax territory, I think.
No trade clauses.
Right. Yeah, that's how I've always looked at it, not in terms of like the actual number. The only numbers that I guess somebody said it was Flip had said one time that Rory and Mal were getting 40 a month
Yeah, I kept
on the
seeing
old
that
regime.
number.
And if they were getting 40 a month, that's why it's like, why did you not think he was doing 900K a month? You know what I'm saying? If
Especially back then.
and that was 10 years ago, damn near.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a long time ago now.
So
That was
yeah,
8
he's-
years ago?
He's
That was
been
a long
making
time
money
ago.
for a very long time. But yeah, I did keep seeing that 40K number that was thrown out there. but
Right.
Joe was never letting that shit happen again.
Oh,
Paying
no.
niggas 40K, especially with the how deep his roster is right now, because he be running like 8 niggas. Cycling them out throughout
but you
the
can
week.
only do that to the top talent. You could do that with 2 people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but 8 people, nah.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah, if
Then
two
you-
of them,
then you go
if
down
two of
to
them
the-
were Rory and Mal, then
Then you go
yeah.
down to the 15 and the, like the 15 and the 20.
$20 a month is a lot of money.
It's a lot of bread.
If y'all was in their position, would you feel some type of way?
Nope.
If you
If
was
I'm getting
making
20 a month?
If you're making 20 a month.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, nah, I don't really have much
Hell
to say
no.
about it.
Because the niggas who have an opinion or the niggas who have a problem, you don't go to your job at McDonald's and say you niggas make $2 billion a month. I need a
Right.
raise. You know what I'm saying? Like the company has always made more than the employee. And
Yeah.
that's what the fuck it is. Like
Niggas are-
you know what I'm saying?
nobody's
so like,
above the
but
house.
niggas will do that. Like black people will do that. In particular, black people. That's why I'm just
Yeah.
keep it there.
There we go.
They find out the company that they work for, that's a black-owned company, is making that much money and got the nerd to act different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, what I'm getting is not enough. When you never did that at your other jobs,
That's true.
because you can't do that. You can't even talk to the nigga that owns the company, the one who's clearing the billions a year.
And that's probably why they can't say that to him.
And even if they
'Cause
were,
they don't have
even
the
if you could,
access.
even if you did have meetings 3 days a week with the nigga who's making the billions, you wouldn't bring it up in no meeting. You wouldn't ask him for. You wouldn't.
People typically make unions. You're right.
You're right. Yeah, like niggas.
They would
niggas
just
know
sign
their
a
place.
petition, AJ. They
it
wouldn't
all-
have to go face to face.
It all depends, though. It all depends
On
on
what?
what and on who I am on that couch too. Like if I'm Marc and I'm making 20, that's a little like,
I don't think Marc is getting 20 yet, but I think Marc will be getting 20 or plus.
You don't think he's getting 20 yet?
Not yet. He's still on his first term.
And y'all don't think that
He's just going crazy. It feels like he's on the second.
yeah, because he's
But
been,
this is the first. This is the first go around.
I think he might have
Mark's been
negotiated
on-
higher than most coming in on their first.
I think that too for sure because he didn't come in. I didn't know shit about Ice and Ish at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They were his
yeah.
homies.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
it.
Marc
So-
been on the news before.
yeah, nah, he's came
Right.
He's
He-
come in with credentials. He's
Right, for
debated
sure.
niggas on the news. He's been on Fox News
Yeah,
since
but-
like 2004.
He came in making more than the average first
But-
term for sure.
But you're right though. First term still means less, even though you come in on that, because it's like
Exactly.
first term is also like let's see if this works.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, right,
so
right,
it's
right.
like we got to figure that part out. He don't know the business behind it. He don't know how much is being made at that point.
Nah.
He does now.
But he could
Yeah,
probably,
everybody
Marc is
knows
smart though. He
now.
could probably smell it. He could probably just like,
But he also understands though.
Yeah.
He also
Yeah.
understands.
Yeah, he understands.
So yeah, anybody having a problem? I mean, honestly, I think prime suspect number one is going to be Flip. They've already had these issues. A lot of people think this is going to be another downfall or collapse of the Joe Budden podcast, where back in the day, him and Ish had a heated debate during a re-signing,
Yeah.
and that was like big moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Down to where like, I'm not going to speak to you off the record of a court of law. Like they having that conversation on the
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
where it was deep. I don't
Because that was
believe
the one where Ish didn't like the fact that Joe could fire him whenever he wanted to, but
Yeah.
Ish couldn't quit whenever he wanted to.
which was a little
he said
wacky
was
of a
a little
clause.
unfair.
Yeah, it was a little wacky of a clause
Yeah.
for sure. I can understand both sides, but I don't think
That
that,
shit was
would ever.
monumental, nigga.
Yeah, it was. I don't think that'll ever happen again. At least from those two in
Word.
particular. It's because
yeah.
I feel like when you're homies like that, especially 20 plus years, y'all have blow ups like that. Like we make sure we never cross these roads. You know, we try to make sure we settle it all right now, and it never happens again.
Yeah,
You know?
especially how they both have their own philosophies on business. They have to eventually merge on whatever's agreeable because they would just be fighting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even make it to the couch to talk shit.
Right.
Couldn't even laugh.
But
What's
what's his name? He might do something. He might feel a certain way.
Who Flip?
Flip possibly.
Mel is just happy to be up there.
Pretty
Nah,
much.
she's gonna feel it. I mean, well, she said already in this most recent episode that she was like, "Yeah, I had questions. I hit Ian about it." You know what I'm saying?
She said that a little jokingly though, right?
Yes,
don't think she
and I think it was
I
also
don't even
honest.
send no joke text though. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think it's real.
I don't like that.
She's not even that funny.
Because it's like, what the if she's
I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
If anybody were to do it, not just her, anybody, that doesn't make sense. Because you wouldn't do that somewhere else.
But so they don't have it in their contract to where it's set up to where they get a piece of the Patreon that they're on. That's just all Joe's money.
they probably
What
get
you
a
mean?
flat rate or something.
Yeah, they probably get. Yeah, they're
But for
definitely.
appearances on the Patreon though, right?
Yeah, they.
As
I
well
think they're
as just
getting an
regular
appearance.
podcast
They are getting an
episodes.
appearance rate for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If they miss an episode that month, they're short however a couple
Yeah, they get
thousand.
docked.
Yeah, because they didn't
Yeah.
play that game.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how I think all of them are, for sure. When you're at that level, that's the best way to do it. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
So then it
Big
really
joke.
comes down to what's that appearance fee for the Patreon? Because if that's like $5,000 to $10,000, is that kind of low for the $900,000 that they make in a month doing that shit? And we don't even know how good of a month this is too. This could just be like
This
one
could
of
be
the
a top
biggest
month.
spikes. Like he might even.
Well, he
average-
said it was down. That's what he said.
He said this was down.
That's what he said.
He said this before or after.
That's what he said. He said this
information
He
after.
said I'm down on 900.
Yeah, he said this was down.
But that's what you
He said
say.
he said the arrow's down, and it is. If you look at
It
it,
is, yeah.
God damn.
the total visits are up, but the money arrow's
The
down.
money arrows
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
It's a bad month.
This nigga's evil
Niggas
Knievel.
getting money. It's crazy.
Yeah, nah, man.
Niggas really getting it.
Shout out to Joe, man. I mean, hey,
It's nice.
Niggas turned up the brightness on
It's
his
all
ass.
about the Benjamins.
Yeah,
It's
nigga.
all about the Benjamins.
it's like he's just getting money.
This
like
is the goal.
Yeah, nah. And
But
you're a
he's,
part of this.
but he's producing top content too.
What tier of Patreon are you subscribed to?
The top level.
The top level? How much
Yeah.
is that? Like the 20?
25.
Yeah, see?
you're investing in a black business.
You help raise these funds.
I thought there was a $50 level.
Oh, I'm not there. I'm at the 20.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
top, I'm at the top 21.
You got to say that for the niggas on Spaces.
Yeah. So yeah.
If I'm paying $50, nigga, I need a signed jersey. Everybody on the show, like,
You need one of those Joe Budden headbands that look like panties.
yeah,
Autographed.
nigga, what?
In the mail as soon as you
old
hit that
school
shit.
headband.
Hell yeah.
Staying with the Joe Budden podcast. Joe, on one of the levels, I don't know what level it is. Honestly, that's one thing with the Patreon thing. Even though I'm on it, I can't even look. I can't look at your profile and tell what level this video is on. I just click the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But long story short, they dropped a 10-minute bit of Marc and Melissa Ford bickering and going after each other, kind of going back and forth.
On accident, right?
Not on accident, because Joe said several times, "I'm clipping this up."
Yeah.
You're like, this is going out. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine what this will do to numbers when I drop this teaser. You know what I mean? Like, he never hit it, but Melissa had an issue with it later.
Because she had a real gripe in that situation. That wasn't just for the cameras.
She always has a great. See, Marc Lamont Hill fully checked her. That's really what it comes down to, and she didn't want that out. And he checked her in a polite way.
Yeah. It was very,
He
very amicable.
he pretty much exposed what we always knew about her, where she could take the Karen route, she could take the victim route. Like she has all of these things. She has all of these
She's the avatar of
toxic
victimhood.
woman scapegoat tricks that she pulls from faithfully.
Yeah.
But she can't really do it with Marc because.
He's seen the sleight of hand tricks before.
And on top of that, he's gonna be on your side if it's it's for women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're right.
If you're right, and if you're right, and he's like, he played it correctly. He's been around long enough. He's defended. He's been on that side of like, no, I'm fighting with you because they're not making sense as men that they're trying to defend this woman's point. So I'm with you. I'll defend on the woman's behalf too.
Yeah.
But
He's done enough of that to where now when it gets turned on her, she tries to play victim and do her scapegoats.
which you would think would make her like look at it through more objective lenses to where, okay, this is a dude who normally makes sense. So the fact that he's telling me this right now has got to come from the same place.
That's not how,
yeah.
that's not,
Well,
that's not how it
agree
works,
with him.
unfortunately, bro.
Yeah, these modern. You're thinking,
That's not
wait,
how it works.
there's too much.
I'm
logic
thinking too
in-
advanced.
There's too much logic in that statement. You
Oh
just
my
had.
God.
How dare you?
I was
How
too-
dare you bring that to the picture?
How dare you have balls?
That's my fault. I forgot the beast that we was dealing
You're
with.
thinking like we think, my
This
brother.
is menopause.
Yeah. You got to lock in the menopause brain.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Postpartum.
Hell no, you can never
I
say
gotta go
anything against
postpartum
me.
mode.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always right.
Yeah. And the gripe was over something that happened off camera, right?
No, it was mainly.
It was
pretty much him just putting her in the scope. You say something, I put you in the scope. They had a conversation offline.
exactly.
Yeah, they had
and
a
it was
conversation.
on text. Like it was through text, right?
Right, where they were on some like, yo, when you go at me like that, it makes me look a certain type of way, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And he's like, okay, well, I understand you're laying this out, but then now you're also putting me in a position to where I essentially ignore all your opinions on the show.
Yeah.
I agree with you or I respond on the other end. Like, which one am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
If anything I do is essentially going to trigger you.
Yeah. She has a problem with him being fair all around the board.
Yeah, that's a big
Which is
problem.
hypocritical, but that's what women do sometimes.
Melly Mel.
I saw that one clip where he was like, was the Vixen book out at that time? And then he was like, so you did do like new stuff before the Vixen? Oh, okay.
Because they were talking about how she was viewed in the public eye as like
Right.
a sex symbol.
Right.
And yeah, that's the thing, man. Victim of beauty, man.
Why do they
She is
when you've made your money off of beauty, why do the women just like why is somebody like Melissa Ford pushing back against it so much?
because
There's no
It's-
real respect in it.
anymore there used to be.
Because
You
there's
know what
more
I
to
mean?
the
Like now
story,
being
so.
beautiful is being like 6'4", hairy, like it's being beautiful is something else. Being beautiful is everything now. It's not like
Well, it's not even necessarily that. It's just that you can't sell sex all of your life because it eventually fades
You
away.
can't. 100%.
It
Yeah,
eventually,
right.
like, you know, there's still some legends
they're
out
still
here.
they doing
They're
it.
slinging
But we
around
know
in
the
their 40s and
percentages.
50s.
I mean,
But that is the minority.
it
Those
goes
are
from
just-
like 80% to 90% of women can do it
Yeah.
to like 5.
But then there's a steep fall off to where you can't sell that product the way you were slinging it back in the day.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
and the type of she's a preppy type of beauty. I don't want to say like she was an asshole back in the day, but I could see her being an asshole back in the day.
I think she was cool.
I think she was pretty cool. Everybody
Yeah.
thought she was cool.
Everybody said she was
She was
cool.
one of the cool
Yeah.
ones apparently. Ass, it was cool as hell.
Everybody, yeah, you have to be cool to her. Why not?
She's the hottest girl in the game right now.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah.
same way that
And she doesn't make-
same way everybody's
yeah.
nice to Ruby Rose. I don't know a fucking Ruby Rose song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know she made music.
She did.
Yeah,
She
and,
did.
it's,
Yeah.
and it's not in her benefit to be like a bitch either.
And this is
Right,
probably
exactly.
Yeah, so it's like, why
it's to
would
her
she be?
benefit to be
Yeah.
nice if everybody thinks she's the
Yeah.
hottest
And I-
motherfucker out.
And I kind of feel bad for Mark because he stands for something that's righteous, but it can be used against him. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like just standing for black women and, you know, just respecting them.
It could put them in a box.
But it can put them, yeah, that's not.
It sounds crazy now.
But-
when you put it, I know what you mean, but it
and
does sound crazy.
Look, everybody respects black women.
Right.
But it can put him in a box in the sense that when he goes outside of that, when you have to correct your
Yeah,
woman,
yeah.
it can be looked at as like, yo, he's
Yeah.
gorilla. Like, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just,
It's like
it's classic male. I don't even want to put this, it's just male.
It is.
It's just male.
It's classic women.
It's male. That,
It's Mel.
it's male.
Even
No,
more person.
there's
Because
no,
there are some-
because there's no
there's some
woman.
cool girls.
There's no woman like Mel.
No, there's a lot more. There's a lot of women like Mel.
Yeah, but she was at
But if
the
we're
top.
keep- oh,
she,
yeah.
she was,
She has
you
a
know.
different amount of
Oh,
accolades.
yeah, yeah.
There's only one Mel. Congratulations to her because of it.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think she should just own it more.
Yeah, that's the thing.
but
that I don't,
she
own it.
can't though, because that's not what being.
If she was married, she could.
You think if she was married, she would double down on the roots?
I don't think she would double down on it, but like, yeah, when I wasn't a married woman, this is what I was doing. Now that I am a married woman, like you have that juxtaposition.
She looks too good to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's the girl that liked Flavor Flav?
Tiffany
Which
or
one? He
whatever.
had a couple.
The
bitches.
dark skinned girl, the one.
New York.
New York.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
yeah.
The reason why New York can act like how she should act is because New York don't really look like, she don't really look good. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when a woman that looks beautiful
New York
is
is loyal.
acting bitchy and just all like preppy and just, you know, sedity.
Well, yeah, you normally put up with it a little bit more because that's how they fucking look.
Yeah, but it doesn't work because the scope of it. It's like, she's already beautiful. Why are you even women would do that? Like, why is she acting like
yeah.
that? She already beautiful. It just
Yeah.
comes off in a way that's it just doesn't look good to women because she looks so good. Like,
Yeah.
even women hate her.
Mel
Oh, for
just
sure, yeah.
suffers from the accountability factor. She still hasn't learned how to take that. You know what I'm saying? How to really really
women.
sit in being wrong and allow people to tell her she's wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
can't
Like,
handle that.
she can't handle that at all. It's always like somebody beating down on you. Nah, nigga, just say you was wrong. Or say, like, I understand that point. Like, even after, look, there's no shame. And even after fighting on your hill forever and then taking the L after you fought on the hill, to come back next week and be like, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that.
And she did do that, didn't she, with the whole DDG point?
She came back and apologized?
No. She came back and stated why she stood in her position.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing
But-
as loosening on that opinion.
But then wasn't y'all just saying she should stand on her like ignorance?
No. Last time it wasn't. She was saying, she gave a reason behind why she felt the way she felt. And this time there's like a clear position of, you may be in the wrong here. Why not just admit that?
And now, maybe you're thinking about the past. I have encouraged this behavior from Melissa Ford a lot. There's been several times we've brought her up. It's a situation like this, no accountability. She doesn't give a fuck. I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
I've said that for
Yeah.
sure. Because hey, it sells, nigga. It is.
But
We
you're-
talking about it right now.
But you're laughing at her, not with
Yeah,
her.
I'm
because
not
we
even
don't
laughing at her, but if I could have that part of the crew, yep, I'll take that too. I'll take one of them. I'll take one of them arcs too.
Yeah, because at least she's
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
to
Like if I'm building that, I'm building that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
taking that for sure.
COE, nigga.
Yeah.
I get what you. I mean, but it's like he said. Like you expect a clown to fall. It's one of those things where
Yeah.
you know, you're kind of laughing at her. But fuck it.
I guess it is a little bit of laughing at them.
But that's
my eyes been fucked up.
and she doesn't want that. She wants to be viewed. How long? Look, we've already talked about it, but you can only be beauty. You can only be beautiful for so long.
Yeah, that
you can only be.
Kevin Samuel said the wall is 35.
No, but not even. She still looks good
with
though.
Surgery nowadays, that time period gets extended some.
The wall might be 42.
Maybe even 44.
60.
Low-key, there's some badass 60-year-olds.
60.
No, he ain't lying.
60.
How old is Bernice Burgos?
It's
She's like 50.
No, she's not.
And you have to understand.
She's up there. She's up there, bro.
She's the.
There's not a whole bunch of hers.
No, she's the
let's not get it
original.
confused.
You got to think about when the women our age get 60.
And I feel like she's 50. I feel like they're gonna lie.
She's 55.
And that's why I said
Exactly.
That's why I said surgery nowadays extends that shit to the mid 40s. But even she's got a fall off coming eventually. Who the fuck is this?
Kellis. She's
Khalees. Man, her Instagram. Whew, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Go to Bernie's Burgo images.
At night, but a 6 out of 10 at noon. You know what I'm saying? That ain't shit.
Yo, that's
Fuck
crazy.
did you talk about?
Fuck
That's
Mary
crazy.
Kill. Bernice Burgos, M4, Khalees.
Kill Khalees.
Whoa.
I'll let you finish.
Kill Khalees. Damn. I'll probably marry Bernice and I'll probably just fuck Melissa Ford.
I'm killing Melissa Ford. I'm marrying Bernice. I'm fucking Khalees.
Tough.
I might have to get rid of M4. I think Bernice and Khalees, they just come with more. They just come with more.
Google Khalees.
But I'm going to have to...
Khalees is crazy. She can never get the ring.
I'm going to have to...
Google Khalees, please.
Because the shit that I remember, she's done some Trump.
But Nas was also, he wasn't like, their situation was a little fucked up.
But all I know is that.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Kill Khalees. She got to go.
No. Show her now.
Put her in the body bag.
Yeah, Mary and Bernice.
She looks better now than
Mary
she
and
did
Bernice
before.
and fucking Khalees, for sure.
She looks better now than she did before.
Yeah.
Zoom in on this. Nah.
You got to see her in front of a farm.
Put her in the coffin.
You got to see this bitch.
You need to see her.
Look at this
You need
bitch.
to see her in between these cornrows. You might just need to go to Instagram.
Put some carrots in front of this hoe. I bet you'll fuck.
She only sexy in context.
I'm
nigga.
telling you.
It is different.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
Over
right there, right there.
Bernice?
Which one?
Over
Right there.
M4?
No.
Oh no, down one more. Nah, this one's pretty spectacular too.
Ew.
No, which
Never
one?
mind.
Right here?
I wasn't mad at that one you clicked. I'm hitting that.
It's cool. You would definitely hit it. But in terms of the other two options that you had,
And that's the
she
thing,
gotta
right?
die.
That's the thing. Because I think M4 should be the one to get married.
Should be.
She should be.
I can't do it.
But that's not my fault.
Nah, you
Right,
can't do that.
She has to change.
Yeah.
She needs guidance.
Yeah.
She needs actual. But honestly, like for real though, M4, because the way she describes herself is one that is loving, nurturing, and from Yahweh, sent from Yahweh. So I feel like she has that vibe to her, but
I feel like every chick I talked to said that, but
I think
anybody that
Why we both
describes
single then?
themselves says the best version possible.
right.
Yeah, like of course she's an angel. She's the only one that thinks that though.
Mel has a complex, and it's gonna take
a modern complex.
Yes, a modern complex.
With a little bit of old roots too. I feel like it's kind of like a cross genre.
But it's also everybody plays with her. Like they might play with her too much on the podcast to where she's confused. You know, like maybe you just have to come out. Like they try to joke about it with her. Like nah, like Mel, this is what you're doing. You have to fix it. You can't really joke around with it. She's, I don't know, ditzy.
But I guess let's play a little bit of the audio from one of those clips.
From the top right on the first one?
Part one, yeah.
Right.
And that's what I was about to say.
She fucked up out here.
Let me run it back.
Like who?
Well, we can't figure
Contact.
this
Yeah,
out.
the COE. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I was about to say.
She fucked up out here from the other thing we know. So yeah, we could do this. It's gonna go crazy. I can make something up. Yeah, let's go.
And I'll just take the L. I've done that with you. Where I've had exchange with you off camera that I could have had on camera, but I didn't, and vice versa. Because I'm like, let the show play out the way it plays out.
Did I do something to you?
Uh-oh.
No, what are you talking
Let's add a
about?
1v1
I didn't say it was a
right
bad thing.
Hold
I'm
up,
saying
but
like
don't talk
there are
over her.
conversations where I could say like, yo, blah 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 blah, blah, and then like What?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
We want to know if Mel has done something to you. Because
No, this isn't a negative thing.
But your last few pods.
I'm saying there are conversations where we've had exchanges that we could have had on camera that would be more interesting, but sometimes the audience will be like, are they beefing? Is there a thing? And it's like, no. And we can say that on camera, or you can let it play out for COE. That's what I'm saying.
But there's a beef.
Oh, there is? Okay.
I mean, all that shit you said is cool. But Mel,
Why would there be a beef?
But Mel is feeling away, and you didn't address it.
Oh, are you feeling away?
You
I
feel like you've been shooting a little, like
kind of heavy.
If they're saying that,
And I am.
me too.
then it's a thing.
Well, tell me what the thing is.
We asking you.
Honestly.
We asking you what she did. What
No,
happened?
let him talk. Let him talk.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, because I didn't know this is where this was going. If there's a thing,
Me neither.
tell me.
But we-
I don't know.
I don't know what the thing is.
Mel, you just said to me, did I do something to you?
I can't back you up.
What?
Right, exactly.
back you up.
Well,
She always does
this
that.
is.
She leaves you on an island. She
I'm
always
not
does that.
leaving you on a fucking island.
He's the thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out.
No,
what
but
the
you're
thing
asking
is.
him what the thing is. Like
What's
you're not
the thing?
familiar with what we talking
I
about.
don't know what I'm confused. You asked me a question. You said, "Did I do something to you?" That's usually something somebody says because I'm doing something to make you that prompts you to ask it. I'm asking, what is that thing?
Okay.
Handle this better than I did. Go.
And they just said that it seems like for the last little while you've been shooting,
And you just said.
I'm asking, do you feel that way? I'm asking what you think.
and I'm just like, yeah,
Why did
Okay,
you
yeah,
ask?
you-
All right, let's talk. Why
Okay,
did
that's
you
not how
ask
that
him?
conversation-
Did he do
I don't wanna
because
get-
I feel that way.
There we go.
Okay, so I'll give you
Sorry,
that.
I thought it was obvious.
It wasn't, because you asked that before they said anything, and so I didn't know. I didn't want to assume that what you thought and what they thought are the same thing. I wanted you to speak for yourself, so I can make sure that you weren't just
Muffins in his bag. No muffins in the bag.
Mel, you trying to cook Mark's muffins?
This is a bad day to ask.
Are you mad because he's...
I did really enjoy that little chime in. Is there muffins in the bag?
There's some muffins in the
Somebody's
bag.
getting their shit cracked right now.
Somebody wake us up. It's time
That
to
was a
split
perfect.
it.
Somebody get a muffin
That
bag
was a
over
perfect from the background. Just just put some more gas on this bitch.
Yeah.
Somebody get a muffin cracked
You
right
put a
now.
muffin there.
While I fucking make a bagel in this kitchen.
Niggas get shot over saying shit like that. He got
Oh
his
my
muffin.
That is a weird way to introduce that you have a problem with
Want
somebody.
me to keep running it?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, nah.
They've heard it already. If you haven't, get on Patreon, and it's literally on one of the tiers, but it's by itself, and it's 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Of just indirect.
And then do I have the one where she was offended?
Mel got to start shooting
That,
back.
That it was released, but she didn't.
It was. Is this? It was the very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, it was this one. It was
Okay,
this. It's this.
okay.
Yeah, it's just the latest episode.
Yeah, let's
From
listen to
Saturday.
her just like low key get offended that that was kept out or posted out.
He know.
Because he's intuitive.
Bullshit.
What?
Bullshit.
Is it out?
Are we recording?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's out.
What are you looking at me for? I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him about nothing. I mean, I only said throughout the whole piece, hey, I'm putting this out.
I didn't know it came out.
Throughout the entire
No, no, no.
piece, I'm
He did.
sitting
He
there
did,
saying,
man.
Definitely said
"Yo,
y'all.
I'm putting
I
this
did
out.
not. I did not.
He said it 100 times.
I literally. Why did everybody hear that and I didn't?
Because you were in the midst of.
He said that shit, but he was like, "Yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm putting
Maybe
this
maybe
out."
it was because I was like in extreme
really put that
emotional
out?
distress.
I didn't.
And so was the other party. So we were not focused on that.
But when did
That possibly could be the reason.
I'm not gonna lie.
Audience, welcome. He did say it. Welcome. First of all,
Yo, hey,
we
bro.
are so happy.
Extreme emotional distress is
good.
crazy. That's what you're always going against.
That's so.
They even smack their lips like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you be doing that shit.
That's
you pull that card
Yo,
every time.
Literally zero accountability.
None, bro. It's like, God
It's like,
damn.
where are you going to play that card?
Extreme
All right.
emotional
It
distress.
sounds like
Me
she's
and
wearing
the-
It sounds like she's wearing a wire or something.
Low key.
Like her attorney's on the other side or something.
You
Feeding
said
the lines.
this on the last episode?
Yeah.
Who else said that? Yeah. It's,
Everybody in the room heard it.
Emotional distress is such specific words.
That's
Like,
HR terminology.
extreme emotional
She's trying to
distress.
get
Yeah, that's a fact.
She's trying to rally people on her side.
Severe
I don't know
emotional
regular
distress.
shit.
Yeah,
Ain't
nah.
no regular shit. I don't know what you
Yo,
thought.
she's the shit. She's the perfect castmate.
Yeah.
That's perfect, man.
Because she gets
perfect.
just
You
offended
can't
enough
buy
to-
that. That's real, bro.
And she
That's-
gets
she
just-
really feel this shit right now. That's why it makes it good.
She gets just offended enough to not leave.
Yes,
because
bro,
it's not even
exactly.
a situation to where, yo, Mel, like she just don't want to be there no more. She puts up with the bullshit, and that's entertainment gold.
Well, to be fair,
Where's she gonna go?
to be fair,
What the fuck she gonna do?
to be fair,
She got
You know what I'm
her
saying?
own pod. What you mean? She got her own pod. She acting. She got
But
great.
come on, man.
I don't
Nobody
know.
trying to learn about the vagina
got bet-
that much.
I believe she'll still be able to pay her bills. I
Yeah.
do believe that.
She's an
but I
actor.
believe that she's able to vacation too right now.
For sure.
Pay and vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
a couple
it's-
extra car notes.
Yeah.
And, you know, that kind of
I
lifestyle
could do
is,
savings monthly too. You know, compared to just
There's an audience for her.
especially
Though.
after you get this Patreon raise.
There's an audience for her.
the audience for her is leaning in a little bit into this hoe shits while you're still single and
Yeah.
unmarried. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause how much
There's
do
a lot
we-
of money in that.
How much do women really support Inform? I feel like a lot of her fans are dudes that just like disagreeing with her.
Or think she's hot.
That's just because she's on Joe Budden right now.
Straight
but
down the middle.
She got
Yeah.
a fan base.
She gotta start shooting back. She gotta start getting personal.
It just ain't a huge fan base, but she got fan base.
She can't handle it though.
I don't think she can relate to most women. She lived a completely different lifestyle. She had that pretty privilege.
That's true.
Yeah.
How the fuck she gonna relate to the common girl?
I guess we'll stay over. We're just gonna stay in
She want more money for Joe. She take the Joy Taylor route.
Joy Taylor.
Oh wow. Well, Joy Taylor, speaking of her route, she's been running a lot of them lately. She's been going through like every podcast ever created, even ones that aren't really talked about, like Lou Williams and his other castmate. I forgot who he is. He's a comedian though.
Yeah.
I think he's from one of the Plastic
Plastic Cup
Plastic
Boys.
Cup
Plastic
Boys.
Cup
yeah,
Boys.
yeah, yeah.
The dark
I've been
skinned dude with the
seeing-
noise.
But I've been seeing clips coming up a lot more frequently with
So
them.
I
They
don't
did
know
a little
if
podcast tour too.
I don't know if it's a new podcast,
Yeah.
or if they're just really getting pushed now. But
Because it was the Plastic Cup Boys podcast, I think.
yeah,
And then
Yeah, but
every time I say Plastic Cup Boys, I hear Cat Williams say, "We drink real glassware." That's what I remember. I hear that.
Yeah.
I remember when
Yes.
they would beef with
Fine China.
What the fuck is a plastic cup boy? Well, we drink out of real glassware.
Yeah,
I hear it every
yeah.
time.
and it's like, come on, okay?
he killed that shit though.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear that without the other thing.
Only Cat Williams can out fancy you.
Yeah.
fucked up your whole marketing.
But real quick, before we jump into this, Joy
Yeah.
Taylor, what was the whole case?
So basically,
The
the whole
original
case,
case, yeah.
it was with ESPN.
Right.
Hold on. So it was a whole
Stephen
thing.
her and Stephen A. Smith, or no, the white dude, Skip Bayless.
So
Nah,
it was
Skip Bayless
actually
is that Evans one.
Gotcha.
it was actually another woman. So a lawsuit filed on January 3rd, 2025 by former Fox Sports hairstylist 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 in LA Superior Court. So it was a hairstylist that basically filed allegations of harassment.
Gotcha.
Dixon, the man who Joy Taylor alleged got into a relationship with to boost her career,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Dixon
yeah.
alleged touched her ass, Faraji's ass,
Yeah.
and something happened with that.
Yeah.
She
This
went
is the same one where they would be going on double dates and she would be just like kind of jumped into the middle of double dates.
possibly. I
That
don't.
sounds interesting.
Yeah, where like one of the girls that works there was like openly fucking one of the higher ups to get higher up in the position in shows. And then she was also trying to like two-man it too.
Yeah.
And Joy
Possibly.
was getting caught up in the two-man. I don't know. It was a lot of fucking going on with them sports companies for like a nice little minute. It's kind of hard to keep them up.
It's a lot of
So much
testosterone, man. Them
Yeah.
bitches got to choose up.
Yeah.
But so it's being filed against her, and obviously the complaint claims Taylor had relationships with Dixon and co-host Emmanuel Ocho
That's what
or
yeah,
Ocho,
yeah.
and may have leveraged them for a career advancement. May have leveraged, but
Potentially, you
it's
never
all alleged, and this is probably one of the biggest news stories to come out of like sports media
For sure. This
in
year,
like
yeah, it
a
was
while.
huge. Yeah.
Like
Other
in terms
than
of
Shannon Sharp.
but this was bigger because it included more people, and it's the classic like you're fucking your coworker.
Yeah.
It
like
was some old school people.
it's
Like
a-
when Skip Bayless go, we were like, damn.
it's like nigga, what?
it was a little crazy,
Like, what are you
yeah.
doing? And basically, Joy Taylor is just going to all these podcasts, and nobody's asking her about one of the biggest
The
things
case.
that happened to her ever. And it's ironic that we had the conversation last week about journalists and podcasters and what their job is supposed to be, and asking the real questions.
This is the rebrand tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
and nobody asked the real questions. And
Because I don't watch sports, so this is my first introduction to her.
This is her.
I don't watch sports programming for real. You know what I'm saying?
This is her introduction to the black community in a
Right.
real way.
Yes.
Right,
So where
right,
she's
right.
going to the sources.
and actually, let's just go
Niggas fall from grace
Straight to
and,
Breakfast Club.
and run back to niggas, don't they?
Yeah, she's,
Yeah.
She's trying to come back home.
She was playing on them white fields, and then all of a sudden, oh man, I got booted out of there for some shit.
Yeah.
Let me go make my rounds
23, 24.
with the niggas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nah.
We need to watch this high yellow.
She
woman.
learned her lesson over there.
But let's watch this. Let's just go straight to Breakfast Club. Let's make it nice and juicy for these people. This was probably day fucking 5 for her. She's doing this rebrand. And I will give Charlemagne credit. He's the only person that adds something to this nature.
Okay, even like got close to it.
Even got close to it. He
Gotcha.
got, let's play it.
We are in the process of things right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I love about you, Joe, you did not shrink when shit got hot. Was that intentional? You like, I cannot let them see me sweat or shrink right now.
Yes, it was intentional to show up as I did. I'm not an unintentional person, particularly when it comes to what people see from me publicly. But when you know yourself, it's easier to continue to show up as you are. And there's always going to be things that happen in life, that happen in this business, that happen when you're a front-facing person. And when you get into the business, that is the risk we take of putting ourselves in front of the camera, of putting yourself out there, that things at some point might not be the best for you. And yeah, I mean, what's meant for me is still coming. So I won't say that there were not dark times, but I'm very blessed to have an amazing family and amazing friends and mentors and an amazing team and people that know me and have known me for my whole life, reminding me of who I am and what I deserve. And I'm really grateful for that, because even when there are moments of doubt of what it is you deserve or what it is you're capable of or what it is that you know, how you should show up in the world, when people are there reminding you, it's important. So I'm grateful to have an amazing group of friends, an amazing group of like just support around me. But yeah, everything's intentional.
Is it hard not to address?
No. No, I've never had I've never felt compelled to litigate that. Genuinely.
Did you feel betrayed at all when everything happened?
I have felt a lot of different emotions. I think it's a grief process when something like anything like that happens.
Yeah.
I'll say I've been through a lot of traumatic things in my life, a lot. And I think anytime you go through a trauma or, grieving period of something, you can't decide who you are when it's happening.
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest thing for me is I'm like an extremist. It's this or that. I'm working on it, but it's this or that.
And you could pause it because if I listen to it for too long, it's just like my brain just
foggy.
But another big thing that she said in this interview is that she's pivoting from sports media. She's going into other avenues. I found her YouTube channel. She talks about, just imagine Keke Palmer, her show, just a little less production. And, not as interesting, but she's working her way up.
What does Keke Palmer do? Is it more like some Lauren LaRosa?
You know the Keke Palmer show?
No, hell no.
Hell no.
No, she be interviewing people.
Yeah, she interviews people.
Yeah. I've never seen a full one, but I've seen clips.
Yeah.
They normally like sitting on the same couch.
Right.
With this
I've seen
position.
that.
Yeah. So you don't want to see her by herself. You want to see her bouncing off somebody else, really diving deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was laughing earlier.
She can get into the girl power talk.
Can you go back to that beginning of that sound bite, whatever that timestamp was? I want that sound bite where Charlemagne said, "Shit got hot." He said that shit at some. He said like a man who's been through some
vitriol.
through some rocky times.
Yeah.
Like, shit got hot. It's like, oh yeah, you understand better than anybody, obviously.
He started thinking about himself.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, yo, shit was pretty hot.
Let me hear that.
Envy was probably shaking his head like a motherfucker.
Shit is hot right now.
we are in the process of things right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I love about you, Joe, you did not shrink when shit got hot. When that
shit got hot. He know what that shit got hot means. Like,
because it's like, ooh,
that's a good sound
they
bite
hit
right
you
there.
with the worst shit
And
possible.
everybody,
And she did a great job of talking about it without saying anything that happened.
Yeah, that was a good
She didn't
response.
admit guilt. She didn't. She didn't even say if it was true or false. It was just like the thing.
She learned from Kamala, nigga.
The incident.
That shit was beautiful.
Nah,
Kamala needs to
was
learn
nasty.
from her.
Yeah, Kamala needs to learn from
Nah,
her.
Kamala need to take
Kamala will
some notes on Joy
frustrate
Taylor.
niggas. I get frustrated watching like, man, I wish you'd give me some. At least that was satisfying bullshit.
Is there still a legal battle ensuing right now with this?
Yes,
this whole
the
thing?
next.
I think it's still live.
So the next
Then, yeah. Then
talk about what's going to happen is apparently July 29th. Let me check one more
Okay,
time.
then she answered correctly. Then. She did a
Exactly.
great answer then.
Most niggas are terrible at it.
Yeah, that was a good answer in that case, for sure.
She was pretty shrewd. So I mean, she might
July
have
29th.
she might have a pretty successful career in her solo endeavors.
But also
Honestly,
she's pretty good. She's
already
very well
trained.
media trained.
Right.
Oh yeah, nah, she knows what she's doing. And go to
Yeah.
715 real quick. It's just more, I guess, sound bites. And we're also going to check out her other podcast because it was a lot more kickbackish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're really going to see the difference.
That
You think-
hairstyle
you think
is
we gonna
black
end up-
as shit.
You think we're gonna end up? How did she wear her hair before?
It's usually in some
it's
poetic
different.
Justin Black style, or it's just straight
A classic
Middle
corporate.
Eastern Persian wavy just out.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
hijab.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You
Okay.
see, just silky curls. It's
Yeah.
either silky curls or box braids.
I was just hoping it wasn't straight corporate.
Yeah, nah,
Sometimes.
she'll.
But it was
perm
always curls.
I don't ever really.
It was
see
always
perm.
ethnic, at least.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because if you look at her through different periods and times, like
I know nothing about her, so
she has a
I'm-
different
in my
level
mind,
of
I'm-
brown every time.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah.
Because I
Different
thought she was
skin
high
color.
yellow, and then other times she looks.
Then you
Light
look
skin.
at old pictures, she's brown as shit, and then
Yeah.
you look at even older pictures, she looked like iCarly with braids.
Yeah,
That's probably
nah.
her only knock is that her tone keeps fluctuating.
Her dad is black though.
Gotcha.
She's definitely pale though.
Ish.
But I don't know much about her because I don't watch any of the sports shit that she was on. So I'm kind of throwing all light skin
Yeah.
stereotypes at her
All light skin stereotypes.
subconsciously. Like,
And they
but,
singing.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I do.
Which is why I was curious about the hair, but she wore it kinky or ethnic before.
She wears the kinky and
I'm
ethnic.
good with that.
And
But she made sure to get the box braids for the Breakfast Club.
And there was a
She
pic-
knew the audience she was going to.
I like box braids.
Yeah.
I know you
On
do.
a white girl
I
too,
like-
right?
No, that's the worst.
Yeah, you
actually.
do.
No,
But this is what you like. Like
I
this
This is
that.
your guilty pleasure because
Yeah.
she's not
Dreads
technically all the
peak.
way
Best
white.
of both
dreads are
worlds.
peak. Dreads on women peak for me.
Okay.
White women
Black
too, or just black women?
Black women, nigga.
Okay,
Why,
just
why
making sure.
we're not talking about white bitches at all
Well,
right
because
now.
we got this half white miscellaneous looking.
Color
green-
We're
half
talking about
green.
black hairstyles though, clearly,
Yeah, but I've seen white girls try.
and it always fails.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they look crazy. Even when you're on a
Yeah.
cruise ship and you get off at the port and they're out there cornrowing all the white people's hair, these niggas be looking crazy.
Look a little
bro.
shaggy.
They look crazy, dog. The Jamaicans be fucking them up. First of all, the Jamaican women are out there just tearing their shit up,
Yeah.
pulling it tight as fuck.
Split-ins.
These niggas don't know how to sleep that night. Like,
Yeah.
they are ruining the next 12 hours just because they wanted some cornrows from some Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they be looking
Just to
dumb.
be down.
Yeah, bro.
Not too many people can take that pressure from
That's
Jamaican
what I'm
hands
saying.
though.
You got to have a nigga head to take that.
Yeah.
And shit, even nigga heads will still cry under those.
yeah,
under that
facts.
pressure.
Yeah.
She probably couldn't either. But
African hairstylist African braider will break you every time.
Africans and Dominicans.
Yeah.
Tightest braids.
of course Dominicans.
Nah, you ain't never got your hair
Let's
braided by
listen
a
to this real
Dominican
quick.
woman.
You either want to do it or you don't. So I just think the business has changed, and in some ways for good, in some ways for bad, as it always does. It's always evolving, and evolve or die.
Is there a stereotype about women in sports media that you feel like you've personally broken?
No. Maybe that I can hang in some intense conversations and not get emotional. But I think that's just my personal makeup. Obviously, there's this idea that women are more emotional than men, which I think our current administration has done wonders to disprove. But there's this idea, particularly in the opinion side, that women can't be in these like really intense debates or conversations because we either don't have a strong opinion or point of view, or we'll take it personally if someone comes at us. And because I work in the opinion space specifically, I feel like maybe that is a stereotype that I've helped to dispel, because that's a thing that keeps women out of the opinion space, is like it's going to look weird if you're like yelling at me or something like that. And, you know, I feel passionate about.
She don't really get no credit for that though, because
Yeah.
niggas in sports media are emotional as hell. All you got to do is disagree with Stephen A. Smith, and he'll be flabbergasted.
Exactly.
And then he's gonna start yelling, and then Kendrick Perkins is gonna be like,
That's kind of what makes it, honestly. With
Yeah,
the whole sports,
it's
that
the
they have
live
that same
emotion.
energy that they would be on the field almost.
There's a
On the
nigga
court.
on First Take named Mad Dog, and like that's just his shit.
But I
He's
think that
just supposed
speaks to
get
what she's
easily
saying.
pissed
To be
off.
able to sit in that.
But it's different.
And retort.
And I'm pretty sure
Right.
it's.
Not being
I don't know.
intimidated by
Can we
it.
give her
Right.
credit though? Like, if
You
if
think
my
Marc-
girl was like, I can hang with y'all, it's only because she's my girl. Like, she's fucking me.
Well, we
she's
were
fucking
just-
one of the
we were
bosses.
just talking
so
about
it's,
Mel.
it's not. What?
We were just
Yeah,
talking about
Mel
Mel.
will fold in those
in a
situations.
opinion space. Opinion space. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe not one that she's confident in. When has Mel ever talked about something she's confident in? She really only knows about ovaries and like things like that. That's her space.
That's
and
crazy.
there's no dude on the podcast is gonna finish. Like, they're not about to argue that with her.
Nobody can argue against that, as opposed to sports.
It's as
a little bit more universal.
Yeah, a lot
we
more
all
universal.
have access to this information.
But if she's fucking the boss, of course she's going to be able to hang. Nobody's going to really try to press her, especially if everybody knows that. Allegedly, of course, we don't know what happened.
If
but
it's true,
if it's true,
that would be hilarious. Especially when he asked her, like, "Do you think you've broken any stereotypes?" He's
Yeah.
like, "No, nigga, I reinforced them shit."
but kudos, exactly, yeah.
Shit, if only you knew, baby.
But kudos to Charlamagne for like
She
doing his
laughed
best.
like, "How dare you ask me those
Hell yeah.
shit like that?"
Yeah.
That shit was real.
She said, "Oh, you thought that was a zinger?" Huh?
Hell yeah. He took me serious.
But nah, they were the only show, or Charlamagne really was the only one able to kind of try to get something out of her.
More than just acting
Get
like
a little bit
you
of the
don't have
real
a case.
and some sarcastic jokes like, "Do you think you've changed the stereotype of women?" Like,
Yeah.
that's funny. Like, obviously, no, nigga. She did the exact. Is the stereotype.
Yeah.
But let's go to Jason Whitlock, because he completely destroys her.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know, he's one of the dudes that's very excited when he gets an opportunity like this. This
Yeah.
is Joy Taylor potentially saying something stupid. He's got to dust out the red microphone.
Oh my God. And you know, he's.
Reintroduce it real quick.
And it's funny because Jason Whitlock.
Yeah.
Jason Whitlock on his show, he was featuring a Asian man. I don't know his name, but he seems like a smart guy, very
Andrew
smart.
Yang? That's the only Asian man with popularity that I know right now.
Doesn't he work with 2K?
There's a
He
couple
was running
famous
for
Asian
Democratic.
dudes.
He was running
Oh.
for the Democratic
You
Party.
fuck. No.
There's a couple famous
Andrew
Asian
Yang,
dudes.
Yang Gang.
Yang gang. Nigga, we with Mom Dambi right now. But it's this dude, right?
What's his name?
Andrew Yang.
No, that's not his name.
No.
But God damn it.
Stop being racist, dog.
But let's go to the first timestamp 250. But he had a lot to say about Joy Taylor. I'm pretty sure he even says a little bit ahead in what we're about to watch that a lot of his resentment comes from him kind of knowing what was going on early. Like, as far as the rumors happening around her, you know, fucking with Dixon and Emmanuel, they started so early.
Oh, gotcha. Can we get this
You
guy's
think
name
he-
real quick before we really start watching?
Yeah, this Asian dude's name.
Because I
Do
feel
you-
like it's going to be important.
Do you think he actually knew, or he just kind of speculated and happened to be right?
We're gonna listen to it. He said everybody knew. Like, he said it in that manner too.
Do you
But
see anything in here?
I'm not seeing.
you can just play the video. I'll try to find it.
Yeah, they might say his name here.
All right.
And she kind of talks about the process of being a show host. Let's play the clip.
It's hard. I mean,
because nowadays people think they just do one internship and all of a sudden they pop and they should be getting millions of dollars and
are we
retiring.
being those elder millennials?
Yeah.
You know, we were traumatized and we feel like we need to pass that trauma to the next generation. Nobody wants to work anymore. No, I think we've swung a little bit too far in the other direction. I think that it's more about the process. Every step that I've had in my career, every internship, every part-time job, every producer job, every, freelance job taught me something about what I do now. I'm really grateful that I started as a producer because now not only do I think I hire amazing producers and I know how to source that kind of talent, but I respect what they do. I'm not going to pop up 5 minutes before the show and expect them to have, changes ready for me or stats ready for me. It helps me prep for shows better.
Yeah.
Because I have that background. So, I think the process is lost a bit. That's a recipe that we've lost, is the process. And it's exhausting.
So I hear this clip a little bit differently, Steve, because in 2015, when Joy Taylor was brought to Fox Sports, she was some sort of radio producer / on-air talent down in Miami of not real consequence. And so 10 years ago, Joy Taylor's 27, 28 years old, hadn't really accomplished all that much. And she ends up the host of the show with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. She seemed to jump a lot of places in line, but is pretending as if she paid a lot of dues. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I will say this, though. She still does come off much more self-reflective than normal. Now, we could talk about the veracity of her actual claims about her own career path in terms of what she said there. You were there. Yeah, I mean, you saw it firsthand. You probably saw it a lot more than any of us did personally. But look, it is what it is. In this particular business, we know when it comes to females, especially, how you look, I don't know if it matters, but it can certainly help you. Now, before the last year or two, I actually had a really positive thought process about Joy Taylor on that show that you referred to. I thought she was good. She was the host. She was the point guard. And she understood, I have to distribute the ball and get out of the way. When she took over as the news anchor or the update person for Colin Cowherd, I believe that she was much more likable than the predecessor, that blonde lady, who no one seemed to like. There was some issues about her, right?
Christine Leahy.
I thought she was right, and I thought she was much more likable. I was like, wow, she fits. But sometimes we are finding out, and again, this is the term, this is the phrase for this segment, less can be more. It's like that really good role player that comes off the bench in 25 minutes a game. They score a little bit, they pass a little bit, they get a couple of rebounds. But when you see them as a starting 5 player, every one of their flaws gets exposed over time. That's kind of the way I'm seeing her right now.
Pause and go to the second timestamp.
Yeah. Well, hold on real quick. Are we watching two old niggas upset that pretty privilege exists? Is that what we're watching?
That's all it is. That's what
I don't. Duh.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, she was fucking hot. Of course they gonna put her.
What the fuck? I want to be around her more than you, nigga.
On the hottest seat in the goddamn show.
It's also, probably part of the allegations too. Like, being pretty and being good at your job is one thing, but it's Jason's resentment comes from like her not really having that credit that truly comes with being a sports analyst on ESPN.
Yeah, but she was hot.
But she looked good, and she was good at what she did.
Sports analyst,
and she was good at what she did, which is another thing you can't ignore.
Well, that's what you do ignore, though.
Once she got into the seat, it wasn't like there was a lack of talent. It was just she just
might be hotter than her skills.
She didn't go through boot camp.
Right.
She was sexy enough to not have to go through the regular trials and tribulations that ugly people got to do.
These niggas sound like haters. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go to the let's
they
listen to
sound
the
like they
second
hating on the
timestamp.
pretty bitch.
Is it the 9-minute one?
It sounds like
the second one.
They're the only niggas
we were just in it.
at the studio that didn't get no head.
Right? What the fuck? Like, yeah. She didn't flirt with you, nigga?
Like, this is literally what happens when everybody, all the power up, the
everybody else
higher-ups
got
and
a
executives,
little like joke.
at least maybe even slap the ass or
It's
something.
just a little joke or something, like some sort of this is our thing.
She's never even shown them a titty.
Slapping the ass is how she got in this situation.
That is true.
Let's play this.
And maybe my point of view and perspective was tainted because I knew way too much in 2015, 16. The rumors about her and Charlie Dixon started instantly at Fox Sports, even before any of the shows got off the ground. Instantly. And even before that, though, I went through a tryout or she got to do a pilot episode or a practice episode with me and 𝛕𝙬 for Speak for Yourself. And these guys got really upset with me because when it was over, I was like, no dice. I was like, not going to happen.
Hold on, did you say, Jason, did you say no can do? Anyway, just saying.
I was
titty
like, but literally, I was like, no. And I can't remember if her first trial with maybe it had nothing to do with 𝛕𝙬. It was just for me and my show, because that's what originally I was supposed to do, just without 𝛕𝙬. But regardless, I was like, no. And I was like, I get you guys want a woman, and I'm just keeping it real and transparent here. I was like, if I gotta have a woman, if you want to force, bring some grown women in here. Yeah. And so I made him bring Bonnie Bernstein in.
Look her up. Look her up right now. That name is
Bonnie
nasty.
Bernstein.
She probably sexy.
Nigga, her name is extinct.
Her how smart she is probably makes her more beautiful.
Bonnie Bernstein. Let's pull this up.
Cut it out.
Wow.
Cut it out.
Over Joy Taylor?
Are you crazy?
That's just and it's a white girl too.
It's obvious who I want to talk to more. Joy Taylor. I don't give a fuck what she knows.
Yeah, it's not even really about what he wants. It's about the audience.
You know what?
You got to choose who's good for the rating.
These old niggas make me sick.
Yeah, she looked like Skip Bayless with long hair.
That nigga said
they got a good rap.
He said the rumor started immediately after she got. You mad she got some dick immediately? You hating ass nigga.
You would be upset too.
No, I wouldn't.
If you worked all your life and some girl.
He's mad he not the nigga getting offered the pussy.
That's all it is, dog. He's mad he wasn't important enough to get head in the Oval Office.
Yeah, bro. He's not. No.
They was the only two niggas.
You sit in the
on
background
break.
and you watch other niggas be better than you.
I don't think it's just about him getting fellatio necessarily. I don't think necessarily.
Yeah.
I think it's also just the idea of like she's not like the talent. Like it's all about talent. And she sucked her way to it.
Even if
allegedly.
Because we don't know how she was moving. Even if she wouldn't offer them no pussy, she wouldn't even flirt with them. That's why they really upset right now.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get like an innocent, this my little badass coworker bitch, you know what I'm saying? They weren't getting that either. That's how they're coming off.
What if it's that too?
I think that's the bait. That's the foundation.
Well, no, the foundation is religion. Because you also got to look at his shirt and notice that it says fearless prayer. I feel like he's the kind of nigga who's read scripture about this kind of bitch.
about this behavior?
Like the Jezebels,
right.
The women in the Bible who are
He
just
probably
like
does call her a Jezebel when the camera's on.
the worst example of biblical women. Like he's seen this story, he's seen the parables 1,000 times. So he was just born to hate them.
If this was impacting your field, AJ, or your place of your work, like regardless of whether or not you was whoever was getting it, like would it bother you more if like somebody you saw in your space was like excelling, or right beside you, and you knew that they necessarily weren't supposed to be there?
I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like that's happened before, and it doesn't bother me.
Right. I was going to ask you. There's a difference between understanding that something happens and knowing whether or not it affects you in the space that you're in. Like, would you think that affects you or not?
If I feel like I'm missing out on opportunities, maybe it would be more of I would affect me more if it felt like I was going for an opportunity and she got it over me.
Yeah.
But outside of that, if we were just like in the same building and I had my show and you were working
somewhere else,
you worked with us at Fox, but you were just trying to climb up a different show ladder, and I already have my show.
Yeah.
It's like, let her do what she do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like
nobody's
I already
giving her
got
a show.
I got my shit. She didn't even get her own show. She just got on the show.
It's like respect the hustle.
Yeah, like you weren't gonna get on that show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Skip and Shannon weren't about to add you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's let her do that over there.
We're missing a big part of it is that she allegedly had relationships.
That's okay.
With the boss.
That's okay.
That's fine. That happens.
And it's
not okay, but it happens.
It's not okay, but it happens.
I don't think that's okay.
At least she was hot.
It's all hypothetical though.
Could have been an ugly bitch.
Because the fact
then
is
we would have been looking at him like, what? You fucked
that
a little bit of pussy for that, and you jumped to the top.
Yeah.
I can at least understand Joy Taylor.
Exactly. And the fact that she looks the way she does makes it more likely in our brains that it happened. We kind of want
easy
it
to
to
rest
be
on,
true.
honestly.
You know what I mean?
I'm okay with it being true.
Exactly. A part of you wants it to be true.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? Joy Taylor might want to work here one day.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
We know her resume.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. you can look down upon it a little bit too.
For sure.
Like, look, I respect hoes, but
know you-
I
yeah.
wouldn't want my daughter, like, fuck that. Like, I still look down upon them. Even though I
I
respect
don't want
them,
my daughter to
but
do it the right way.
I respect them far away.
But I also want her to know that there's bitches out here like this too.
That she has
Yes.
to
And
compete with.
she can move ahead of you just off the pussy. It has nothing to do with your skill.
Yeah.
Her pussy could get her further than you in the same field.
Which
Just
should
understand
be-
her willingness is gonna go farther than your talent and hard work will ever take you.
Which
Yeah.
should be looked down upon, because it's like, you know, y'all are in the rap industry, or, you
Right.
know, used to be really heavy.
Yeah.
You know, let's just go with, like, you know, the classic, it's always some gay dude. It's, you know, gets with the right manager, the right CEO head, and he's like, he fucks him like some Diddy shit. Like, I didn't know how to say it, but it's like, you know, the classic rapper wants to get famous, wants to get popped in the butt. He gets, and then that airflow just allows him to.
The Δ𝙾𝚃 theory.
The Δ𝙾𝚃 theory.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that should make you.
Is that true?
I feel like that was more.
Get offered it?
No, I don't think that was rap. I feel like that was more of like acting.
Acting, that's more
acting,
like-
like
yeah.
Hollywood shit.
Acting.
Yeah.
That's what they say. It happens everywhere.
I feel like with the rap shit, it's more like the biggest gangster in the hood endorses you, like, and then you're in a slave deal for the rest of your life.
But
And,
you
like,
don't gotta fuck them now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Y'all
But-
didn't make it to
but
those
if you go
doors.
against them, you get Easy Eat and jumped in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
But
get
regardless.
stuck with AIDS.
Exactly. Yeah.
But regardless, the industry that you love, that like your
They all have
heart
terrible
is in.
stories for sure.
If somebody is just doing sexual favors to get where they want, like, that's despicable.
It is, but I can't stop it because it'll never stop.
Yes,
I just gotta know it's. I just gotta know. I gotta be okay with it.
Yes,
Yeah, what
but
you
we
gonna
should
do,
look down
hate?
upon what?
You just
Should we
gonna
look
hate?
down upon her? I'm gonna be real. If this was my homegirl, I'd be like, "Yo, do what you got to do." If that was my homegirl, if it was my daughter, I wouldn't want to know. If it was my daughter, I would say, if that's what you chose to do, you did it sloppy. Because why do I know about it?
Yeah.
How dare
Exactly.
you, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? You got me embarrassed out here in the street. Like, could have done it, but tighten that shit up,
Like,
man.
I
Yeah.
raised you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of
Right.
a reflection of what the fuck
Right.
I taught you to do. But you're right. You do lose respect, but that doesn't mean that you got to necessarily hate on the game.
Yeah, you
because it's
can't.
being
Right.
played. So you might not give it the same respect as a Malika Andrews.
But the game is the
somebody
game.
who probably went to school, who studied, who had their own thing going on, and they worked their way up to the point without sucking any dick, just straight journalism,
It's rare though.
and earn their position. They get more respect. But that doesn't mean that you got to, talk bad about the bitch.
At the end of the day, whose show
Especially
am I
if it's
watching?
alleged.
Yeah, because it's still alleged. And at the end of the day, whose show do I watch? Right now, I'm watching nobody's show.
You don't watch First Take?
Nope.
I watch First Take every day.
The only show that I
Because
watch.
Joy
that's,
Taylor not on there.
No, Joy Taylor's not on First Take. It's
I watch
it's Molly.
I know,
Club
but I'm asking.
Club
Molly's
520 would be the only show that I watch that's sports related.
Yeah.
I will watch one of their live streams and not know what the fuck they're talking about at all.
But you just smile and nod.
Just listen to it and have a good time with it too. Yeah, so that's about it.
They be talking
I don't watch enough sports to really be able to like tap in with the shows.
Mm-hmm.
I only know the star players. You know what I'm saying? Shit
It's
like
been
that.
a lot of crazy trades and shit. This draft was crazy too.
And I've never watched a trade or draft in my life.
Word.
Never. I've never seen I've never seen a draft once.
I
Not
used
even
to
the
watch it
beginning
every
of it and
year.
left before it started. I never even saw the beginning.
I used to watch that shit every year.
Yeah.
This is the first year I watched it on the back end just from like Instagram clips.
If something doesn't happen there that makes it go viral on social media, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Like somebody in the family ugly crowd.
You are the modern
Or
consumer.
somebody, yeah, I am. Or somebody, you know, the one, what was the nigga? The one that pops into my head now. He was at the drafting ceremony. His white girlfriend was there, and she tried to like look at his phone, and he was like,
Yeah, the football
"Y'all remember
player.
that? The football player? I remember that vividly. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
The ones where the mom's protecting him from the bitch that
heathens.
think he's a meal ticket. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are my favorite ones.
She just mushed the hoe.
You're right.
Yeah, it
Trying
was
to get
Travis
child
Hunter
support.
mom. But nah, this can you I think the last one is him talking about a woman that is better. No, the last one is him saying the best woman he's ever seen.
On the microphone?
On a microphone. And I thought this was
finna be
I thought
like
it was some
some
goofy
Barbara
shit.
Walters is one of the best I've seen, but I would
But I
rather,
do
I'd
think-
rather sit next to Joy Taylor.
I
Still.
do think we
Rather
should
stand next to Joy Taylor.
Even though Barbara Walters go crazy.
Yeah, so does Boris Dirk.
Shit, Oprah go crazy.
Yeah,
I'd rather sit next to Joy Taylor still.
Yeah, nigga. Let's play.
I've ever seen really do a consistent job.
Go back a little bit.
Of being on Speak for Yourself, way in over her head. None of these, the only woman I've ever seen really do a consistent job of being awesome eye candy, adding to the conversation, and letting men be men is Carissa Thompson.
Let's look her up.
Only one I've ever seen.
Let's do a check. Let's do a check on that eye candy.
He gave
first.
her
Clarissa Thompson. He gave her like
look good, smart, and lets men be masculine.
And
Carissa. That's
last
what I
and most importantly too.
There's a pattern
He's
here.
got to think for these white girls.
I
bro.
mean, what the fuck?
He's
man?
got to think. Yo,
You have a type.
Joy
We get
Taylor's-
that.
Joy Taylor's too black for him.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. She's not even too black for her own family.
Go to the one with her cleavage. Go up, left.
Yeah, just search her sexy. Actually,
Yeah.
let's just get right to it.
Nah, I think this is as sexy as it gets for her, man.
Honestly, you me too.
He called this eye candy.
She look. Everybody has different perspective. You should know that.
And she wouldn't be at work with that either.
But she's still eye candy, and she's smart, and she lets men be men.
Wait, zoom in on
and that's
this?
important.
This is at the cover of a Sports Illustrated magazine.
And she was probably like 40 years younger.
Who cares?
And even then, she's still not all that. She need to.
Yeah,
she looks
she's
better
not
with
all that.
clothes on.
I respect the rebrand Joy Taylor is going through. You know, all the work she's been putting in this whole week, just going to different podcasts, talking about
Yeah, I'm fully in
sex.
support, but
And-
depending on what her content is, I probably won't watch it. You know, but
Yeah, well.
is that her doing a split at work?
Who knows?
Yeah, pull it up. Zoom in. Oh, that's dope. But other than that,
Doesn't that
The
get you
Dan
going?
Patrick Show?
she need to be doing that every day though to really make an impact.
Yeah, honestly.
That's how she talks on the microphone, just on the floor. And the
Yo,
full
that'd be
fucking split.
crazy.
That's the only reason. That's the value she'll bring.
Shit.
It's like, yo,
That's
this,
crazy.
do your thing again.
That is a perfect.
let me just watch his smile when he says her name.
Look at his tummy. It starts to growl when he says it.
I want to watch both of their smiles.
Eye candy, adding to the conversation, and letting men be men is Carissa Thompson. Only one I've ever seen do it. Guys
He's
aren't
kinda
afraid of her.
surprised.
He doesn't agree.
She's, just a rock solid human being. Obviously, looks amazing on camera. And you can have a full-throated male conversation, and she ain't gonna
Just
throw you under the bus. The only one I've ever seen do it. The rest of these women, I'd be petrified of because they're all like Molly Karen. Stephen A. Come on, guys. Stop it, guys. Don't miss.
Is he married?
He is hard on a hoe.
If he's not married, he used to be for sure. But nah, man,
She divorced him.
we gotta have more respect for our industries, man.
I don't think that Asian dude was married either. I didn't see a ring on his
That
finger.
nigga turned Asian after you said that. Oh,
Yeah,
This nigga not married, ain't got no kids.
well, he turned
Telling-
Asian.
Telling us who's hot.
He
Fuck
literally
outta
had nothing to say to that too. Like,
You're right.
Jason is the only person that agreed with that sentiment. The Asian dude, as he was going through the checklist of everything she hit, he was like, I don't even think this bitch exists.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he said her name, he was like, where?
He was
Yeah,
like, huh.
Yeah, interesting.
Huh.
yeah.
How to carry it.
He went back home, but
Jason Whitlock is not married and has no record of having a wife or children.
Ever.
Multiple reliable sources confirm that he remains single and has no romantic partners.
Damn, he's the same
that up.
status as like Tyler Perry.
He's the actual incel.
I feel like if we Google Tyler Perry, he'll
hey,
have the
don't be
same
calling
resume.
people incels now.
You're right.
Don't just
You're
be
right.
doing that.
You're right, because
That's how it happens.
It could be
Yeah.
false.
It could be
Yeah,
you.
it
It could
false.
be. It
Come
could
on.
be me.
It could be you.
Could be me.
Check yourself, nigga.
Yeah.
Let me take. Sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're fucking
my
wrong
nigga.
with you.
I
You don't wanna throw
apologize.
that
It's a
pain
nigga-
out there.
How
It's a nigga-
how dare I put incel
It's a
on you,
nigga in
brother?
his studio
Yeah.
laughing hysterically.
Yo, facts.
nigga don't even
How dare I
know.
put that on you? That was disrespectful.
But nah, man. In all seriousness,
probably is, though.
I like Joy Taylor's hustle, but we gotta.
He definitely probably is though.
We can't forget. Can't forget. We'll never forget.
We don't know.
We also don't
And
know.
you putting too much weight into that.
True.
Okay.
Because a lot of bad bitches, they get it thrown on them just because they bad bitches.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for her career.
And I'm also sure Charlie Dixon, threw himself on her. Like, I'm pretty sure it was mutual.
Whoa.
Oh, can we do one more? And then we'll go to office hours. We'll call that nigga first. We'll do one more. We'll call it homie. Then we'll do office hours. 607 Unk quit after getting pressed by 4Extra in an interview and says that he was set up by Adam. So he did this interview at No Jumper, and when 4Extras came, he came with like 50 niggas. Okay. And apparently the rule is no more than 3. Three niggas to the main party.
But they let them all in?
Yes. Which is one part of breaking the rules.
Shout out to 4Extra, being able to break the rules.
Right. And 4Extra came like 3 hours late.
Oh, that was
so 607 came like 2 hours earlier. If they started at 1, he came around like 12. And they
5
had
hours
him
of nothing.
They had him there for hours. And he said in a video, like you think I'm stupid? Like, I'm from St. Louis. That's his like remark every time. I'm from Backdoor City. Like, I already knew I was getting set up.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
so
he was cool with it.
Why do you sit and wait then? You never listen.
It sounds like
what's the worst gonna happen? You gonna die at No Jumper? Is that what's really gonna happen?
The way No Jumper's been going, it's a possibility.
Yeah, but
they've told that line a couple times.
If they have.
You know what I mean? So if you want to play,
you can at least get your ass whooped.
You don't want to make No Jumper history either.
But I'm pretty
On
sure
that side of history.
I'm pretty sure he was also expecting to like get it out the way early, as far as like, this 4Extra shit.
He had other plans after this.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I did
This
think
is mean to say.
I think
Mark this area.
Go ahead.
Do you genuinely believe 607 Unk? I think he's.
Now he's playing a character.
You think that's a character?
Yeah, and you ain't even got to. Nah, everybody asked this question. You're not different.
I think he's slow for real.
He's not slow. He's just playing.
He's
you know
smarter.
what Charleston White does? My fault. You know what Charleston White does? He's doing that esque, but he's
I
actually.
can at least visibly tell Charleston White is cognitive though.
Because 607 is playing the character that Charleston White talks about. You get what I mean? It's like opposite. It's inverse.
I don't know, man.
The
I
ignorance
know
he has to betray is different.
I guess
he has to really double down into it. He can't give up his character at all.
It's a monkey character.
It's the minstrel show.
Yeah. That's really.
Nobody said we should,
right.
give it a
but
lot
I don't know,
acclaim,
bro. I think
but
he off though because Charleston White is probably the best example, but I could tell Charleston White is normal.
Go up to.
You know what I'm saying? At least I see glimpses.
He's not
of
normally. Charleston White and normal aren't normally used in the same sentence.
But it's if we had to say on character, off character.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, this.
You can tell he has a pulse still.
Right.
Like, okay, this isn't.
The 607 Unk nigga is just like.
It doesn't feel like there's that much of a distinction in who he is and
this is him.
What he be doing.
Nigga's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I also think.
But he might just be a better actor.
I about to say you can't respect acting, nigga.
He might just be a better.
That nigga
thespian.
deserves an Oscar
Because he's pulling from
He
people.
sold me on
He
the
also used to
retardation.
smoke crack.
I believe
He
that.
talks about that. He used to smoke crack.
And used to do anything that's that hard, you don't always bounce back 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
You never just become completely cognitive again.
Does the R word do something on YouTube? I don't think it does.
Oh
But
yeah,
we're
you
gonna-
do need to.
Yeah,
I do.
you got to trigger
Okay.
that. Yeah. You're going to trigger
Especially when talking about another black man.
You're right.
You shouldn't even want to use that word.
But Whack 100.
I try not to. I gave it weeks actually.
Word.
Yeah, because I was going to bring him up a couple weeks because he had started making appearances at No Jumper and was reflected positively for their numbers in terms of what No Jumper fans wants. His videos will hit 100K.
Yeah.
That's as good as you can.
That's all they need.
What? You get you a host over there or somebody, a personality over there that can get you 100K on No Jumper?
By themselves?
That's it right there. That's it. That's good.
But
sign him.
This to like if he's playing a character, I think he talks about it at this timestamp. But Whack 100.
This is good because I've never seen him talk, which I'm assuming is about to be normal.
Whack 100, he has his own show or whatever. But let's just play.
The 100 show. On the 100 side.
If he didn't go expect to make out, he would told me to bring my gun.
Look, and
Go
he
back a little
Called me,
bit.
said, bring your gun.
going to nothing expecting to make it out. I'm glad it was what it was because in his mind,
if he didn't go expect to make out, he would told me to bring my gun.
Look, and
he would call me, said, bring your gun.
Look, in his mind, he wasn't gonna do nothing to you anyway. He just wanted to get your attention. See,
no, you don't do it like that. That
okay, well, hold on, wait, stop.
Love.
Wait, stop. I can say the same shit to you. You don't do it like that. Do you know the scrutiny, right? That I'm gonna catch doing this with you right now. And
I feel you. No, I'm saying I feel what you're saying, but I'm saying that he came to me like really violent.
No. Okay, listen. He came at you violent with his actions, right? With his mannerisms, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
what do you do? What do you do when you say the shit you say about people?
I never said nothing bad about him. I only reiterated what Adam said. Adam said he put a carrot in the booty. I made a joke about that. Why he didn't do Adam like that? That's all I'm saying. If he gonna do me like that, do Adam like that too.
No, I think Adam said, he said his homeboy did it. He didn't do it.
Man, it's the same thing. Whether it don't matter, it's the same
And I'm
thing.
with
It's
you
all
on,
the same
I'm with
joke.
you on
You
that.
splitting hairs.
Wait, keep playing just a couple more seconds. Just kind of.
I'm with you.
It's the same joke, gang.
and listen,
But for me, I gotta die for my. I gotta die. I gotta die. I didn't disrespect LA. I didn't disrespect no Crips. I didn't disrespect Bloods. But I gotta die.
No, you don't
I
have
gotta
to
die
die.
for that?
Listen, nobody, what did I tell you yesterday when I called you? I said, hey, this ain't a call to chastise you. This ain't a call.
But nah, man.
We're never going to get rid of Whack 100. It's so interesting.
Yeah, nah, he would survive a nuclear explosion.
He's forever.
Yeah, him and his content is
Whack
going to live
100,
on.
the 100 forever.
You want him to go somewhere?
It's.
You don't think it's necessary?
No, but yes.
He has a
It's every,
destiny.
every answer I have for Whack 100 is no and yes, or I hate it and I love it.
Which is why he'll live
Yes,
forever.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's the whole
Every
spectrum.
answer is both sides. I feel the same equally.
Yeah.
I hate this, but I also love that he could do this.
And there's enough people on both sides of those opinions to keep the nigga alive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, he does have like.
Actually, can you go to YouTube and just look up 4Extra and because I didn't put any specific, but it doesn't matter which one we go to. I'm sure whatever one has the most views, where he's like pressing niggas, we can look for the peak moments.
And like
before we look at that other one.
And like he was saying, this all this anger,
The one with the fist, the third one.
4Extra, it derived from a joke that Adams threw up about something with a carrot going into a
jail.
cavity.
Yeah.
In jail, and 4Extra was in jail, and then
Yeah.
607 was like, "Ha, let me punch that up." He had peanut butter there too, or something like that.
Just
I
to
forgot.
make it slicker.
Yeah, some sticky substance. But yeah, that's what happened and shit.
Peanut butters are crazy.
I don't know if there is it not showing the peak moments. How come sometimes we get peak moments and sometimes we don't?
I don't know.
I don't
I've never
know.
figured that out all the way.
I be feeling like it's the way that you try to scrub it, the way you drag your cursor across.
Right, me too, but not
I
all
don't
the
know
time,
the
though.
proper technique to do it, to trigger it every time.
Did you go to the one with the fist?
I did that first. There was nothing there, so I tried to look
Yeah,
at
let's
another.
just listen to it because it's gonna be overly aggressive the entire time. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's that one.
As long as they're yelling.
There's 6 O's. Ask on the homie.
Don't say no 6 O's, no nothing. Bring up none of my homies. Cause nigga, you gonna get socked out on here.
My bad,
This
gang.
ain't no Munchie B or the what's that, whoever the on phonies, I will sock you out of here on the dead homies.
Playing with
Westside Road.
Adam did this on
Yeah,
purpose.
them
That's what you gonna
I'll sock your ass out. Dead homies.
Adam did it on purpose. Adam did it on purpose.
I'm not gonna let him.
Adam did it on purpose.
It's not.
Adam did it on purpose. There's no way I'm not playing. Right?
Westside phonies. Don't bring up none of our homies. nigga. Don't bring up none of our homies on this broadcast.
Respect.
I'm talking for the neighborhood and roller court. You talking about the homies, I'ma sock you out.
Respect.
Point and sip on Vernon Avenue. And don't blur none of this out either. Don't cut none of this off the screen. Make sure all this motherfucker on here. Westside Road. Dead homies, I'm not playing. I'ma smoke your ass and laugh in jail. Nigga, I'd rather die or get life in jail before I let it walk around and think he's slick with the do the rolls.
Respect, but I love you though.
Westside Phonies.
When it's all over, I love you. And
Yeah,
like,
that sound
I'm not
cool,
trying.
nigga.
I'm
On
not
Phony
trying.
Trip.
Listen.
I love you so much, I'll smoke your ass
I love
too.
you, gang. Listen, let me talk. I love you, gang. And then the problem is that it's the misunderstanding, gang. Like when people talk, it's like always mistanding. Like I don't come with disrespect.
Or this is LA.
Right? I don't come with
You think I'm
disrespect.
gonna watch a Compton nigga? You think I'm gonna go to the city and say, hey, I don't know this.
That.
Hell no.
I feel that. And I feel that.
That's a good point.
And I feel that.
That's a good point.
Look,
that's like me walking in the job.
You ain't got no chance.
Good.
That's a good point.
Cam, look at me, cuz. Listen, cuz. I feel that, cuz. Listen, I'm just like you, gang. I didn't come here for no bullshit, gang. I risk my life, gang. I know you bigger than me. I know I can get fucked up, gang. I come with a message.
It's not that, cuz.
Listen to me for real,
It's not
cuz.
that, bro.
The camera. I ain't trying to get on your lap.
These cameras, because these cameras. That's the point. That's
I'm
why
not disrespecting the streets.
Hold on, stop, cuz. That's why is fucking up on these broadcasters. Fuck these cameras. That's why y'all is fucking up. Get up here with your enemies to get views. Why your hood still going to war?
I feel that.
Why your homies is still dying, nigga?
I feel that.
Thinking for yourself, nigga. You ain't thinking for the whole.
I feel that.
You get up here, nigga, Let a nigga put you in a trick bag. You damn near about to get killed today.
What if the biggest war? What if the biggest war is not in the streets? What if the biggest war is not in the streets? What if that is diversion? What if that is diversion?
Well, don't jump up here and don't fall for they trick nigga for they can throw
No, I'm here to let you know.
You as the
gang, I'm here to let you know. This what
I'm coming up here. I'm about to fuck you over.
Let me say
Where sorry folks.
I'll tell you what I'm here for. Let me tell you what I'm here for, gang. This is on my life, gang. I left from St. Louis to here. Listen, I'm risking my life for this, gang. I'm telling you, we've been confused, we've been tricked. The God they told us God is not God. The school, religion, we under control, gang.
And
I'm coming.
That sound cool.
That's what I'm coming for, though.
Right now,
that's what, I know you don't want to hear that.
I'm not
but that's what I'm coming for, bro.
On Westside,
if you watch my content, that's what's in the middle of my content.
I came for sure on Vernon Avenue, crib on the dead homies.
Do you understand? Like you risk your life for that. I'm risking my life for this.
All right, that's cool. But don't let it come through. Put your ass damn near about to get killed.
Bro, I'm about to get killed every day I wake up.
He's trying to help you though.
I know, and I need his help. I need your help for real, gang. I need your help. I need you to with me. I need you to fight for the streets, gang, because I'm the streets, gang. I need you to take me to the 40s, gang.
Look, for real. Hold on. You got real from the street. You got to listen, cuz. You got real from the street, and it's going for any around the world, bro. And shout out to all the rooms behind the bars, cuz. Shout out to all the keyways behind.
And it's like,
he was really begging for his life.
Yeah. He started, and he did a good job. He saved himself.
He did. That character went away real quick.
He did a fantastic job saying, "Yo, all respect, homie." But you know,
only thing that was missing was him literally holding a gun to his head.
Yeah,
but he did everything else.
And then the only problem he had was he tried to go like black with it,
Yeah.
Black unity before action was caught up on his hood getting the respect and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what
he was like. Fuck all niggas, my niggas. Apologize to them.
Charleston White would never hear to pepper spray that whole room, nigga.
And
that's why you can't compare Charleston White to nobody on the planet. I don't think anybody's willing to literally die on the hill.
Charleston White, I mean, by attacking, you're willing to die for it.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's the only one that has that much vigor about it. He's the only one that
Which
cares
means
that much.
he needs to stop.
Well, in the clip,
he's playing a dangerous game.
Right,
He's
it's a
playing the game
dangerous
only
ass
one nigga can win.
Right.
Because even if
Charleston
you
White
kill
has been
Charleston
battle
White,
tested.
he still wins.
That's the thing. In the clip with Whack 100, he was literally like, if it was going to be that, then just tell me to bring my gun. You know what I mean? Because he was surrounded by like 100 nickels.
But he should always know the craziness that he talks. You should always assume people want to kill you by how crazy you talk. Like, you can't ignore how crazy you talk and then be expecting when 50 niggas want to jump you or kill you.
Like, why are niggas this mad?
Like, why are they this mad? Yeah. I wonder what he said to make them niggas that mad. Like, roll back all his clips.
You got thousands
Everything.
of hours.
Yeah, it's just hours on hours of only saying the most disrespectful
Saying
shit.
the worst shit possible, too.
Yeah. To niggas who have no problem going to jail.
Yeah, but you're also,
Who
it's not
want
like
to go back.
It's Adam was there. He was kind of
Adam was not here in this situation.
Adam, when the situation that they're talking about, which is why he's mad, Adam was there. And he kind of, I guess he's learning that he's not Adam and he can't make gay jokes about niggas.
much.
You know, he's not the white man.
Let's click that Adam video.
Yeah, he don't have that same license, nigga. He don't sign the bills.
Adam said, hey,
and the
look, man, if
checks.
the nigga decides to quit, fuck him. I'm kind of tired of him.
Yeah, nah. He keeps doing all the rigmarole.
Let me dispose of another nigga.
You know how many niggas have left no jumper?
Right.
His heart is so frozen when it comes to five. It doesn't even matter.
There's another nigga willing to pick up your gun as you drop it.
Oh my God. And then he'll leave in another 3 weeks too.
Yep.
We'll fill it in.
I just got off the phone with 607 and he no longer wants to be part of No Jumper. This is like the most unpredictable dude I've ever met in my life because I thought that he was just like down for all the bullshit. But I guess when 4Extra told him off camera that he was going to kill him, he took it as like a bad omen on some like witchcraft or voodoo or whatever the fuck his religion thing is. So he's saying that he's no longer on the Tuesday show. So tomorrow, I don't know. I'm still honestly going to keep trying to get him to pull up just so we can at least maybe have like one final conversation on camera before he rides off into the sunset. But yeah, this has been a very hectic couple of weeks, and there's part of me that wants me to stay, and there's another part of me that is just like, okay, get the fuck out of here. You're a little too much. So I just wanted to let you guys know.
Yeah, now he's getting better, you know.
Yeah.
Being himself.
Just coming out and being like, yeah, you know, I kind of, you know, fucked up again, but not really my fault this time. He just wanted to leave.
Yeah, fuck him.
Let him do it gracefully. Niggas have left a lot messier than this.
They have. Right after that interview, apparently he had flew to Texas, where Adam and Remo were at, just to quit in person.
That's formal.
Yeah.
That's a little too formal
And
for
be
No
like,
Jumper.
you set me up. You set me up.
Hey man, if you're gonna leave with a bang.
He got
Leave in
hired.
person.
He got hired and then quit within like 24 to 48 hours. It was something crazy quick like that.
Is this the shortest no jumper employee?
Probably. There's probably longer ones. We just don't know about them. But I'm not 100% sure. You know.
Yeah, it's probably better ones too.
Guess we wish this nigga the best. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I wonder what he's gonna be up to. You think he's just gonna start his own channel, just solo content?
He has a channel already, and I think he also interviews with one of those. I don't remember what her name is, but it's one of the more reputable Vlad copycat channels, but hosted by a black dude. Like Brick Baby used to go.
Not
there
the
a lot.
Art of Dialogue though, right?
No, not that professional.
Not that professional.
Shout out to Art.
Not that crazy, nigga.
Yeah. Be realistic.
But all right, that's it for him.
Hashtag office hours.
Yes, partner, the end of the show, which y'all made it to. Hashtag office hours. Please comment down below yours. Hashtag office hours. Yes, let's get to it. We only got a couple this week.
Yeah, we're gonna do audio from Carl. We're gonna do audio from Carl first.
Oh, Carl.
What Carl up to, man? He got another deep breath.
Yeah, let's see.
It sounds like Carl records his videos in the dark.
Hey, what up, man? It's your Uncle Carl. Hey, I had a quick question, man. Do you all get tired of your YouTube algorithm? It's like, man, you know, you click on the video, man, and then that's all they show you. They just keep showing you the same type of content all the time. But my question is like, do you get tired of your YouTube algorithm? And if you do, what can I do to change it, man? It just seems like I don't know what I can do to try to switch up the content that I get. I want to keep some of the stuff that I get, but then I want to find some other things to watch and stuff like that. But it's like, man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get stuck in a rabbit hole and then you can't get out. So my question is just how you get out, you know, how you start to find different content to watch. Let me know.
Yeah. Carl always records in dim lighting.
Yeah.
I feel like he be laying on his stomach on the bed. All the lights
What's
off.
up, man? This your Uncle Carl.
Yeah, man. Socks on.
Hell yeah, nigga. I get sick of my algorithm. That shit sucks sometimes because it won't change.
It's literally like a slot machine. Like some days, it's
Yeah.
just real gray and depressing.
Honestly, I feel like what helps the best, because even when I tell myself I'm going to try to search videos that I normally don't search, that still doesn't change my algorithm that much. What helps the most is when I get people to send me things or people actually send me videos.
Yeah.
Like, yo, watch this. And then I watch it and then I watch 1 to 2 if I find it interesting. That helps the most, I've noticed, with actually shaking up my algorithm is shit that other people are watching that doesn't pop up in mine whatsoever. Because sometimes when I consciously try to do something new, I'm like, I don't even know what new thing to search because all these brainless things that I already like are in front of me.
Which is like the downfall.
Right.
Like we're reaching the downfall. Like we don't even know what we want.
Yeah, I don't
You
even
can't
know
even
what I
go to
want.
YouTube and search something you want.
Exactly. I just
like
know I
on
want
the
something.
dime.
I just know I want something different.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is.
Unless like you saw something specific that you're trying to see the full version of.
Yeah.
Right,
But I
right.
feel like that shit even translates over to like Netflix, all the streaming services
They
on
do
TV
that,
too. I
yeah.
feel like it's harder for me to just select a movie.
That's why
I feel like that shit, the process just takes so much longer than it used to.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And I feel like
and then you're never fully satisfied with what it lands on.
That's why bootlegging is better.
But what I feel like what did help a little bit is when Netflix started doing
originals.
Not the originals, but the most popular in the country.
Oh, the 10, the
most
top 10.
popular top 10.
Those are cool, but sometimes
But then
it's
now, I
still-
mean, now you're just a nigga that just looks at the top 10 list for your variety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's-
And even that's played because now it's just people who pay to be up there.
Exactly.
Bro, like
or
we
the
went,
ones that they want to have good ratings.
That's what I'm
like the
saying.
way we found It Man.
Yeah.
I haven't found a show like that in forever.
That's
Like
just,
I feel
just like seeing it.
right. Like I feel like we search some sort of kung fu something, or we watch a kung fu movie that we already knew.
Yeah.
And then that popped up, and I was like, well, fuck it. If it's in this category, it said if you like this, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh nigga, I'm a It Man, like super fan now. Like now I'm going down that rabbit hole.
The Netflix algorithm isn't bad. It's not bad at all. The problem is you just have so many choices. You don't even.
It is a shit ton of choices.
It gets hard to commit to any one.
Yeah, that's true.
I forgot what that paradigm is called. It's a something.
I should have suspended my account for the last couple months because I've really been only on HBO for real. And I should not be paying for Netflix at least for the last 2 or 3 months.
And you probably
Word.
paying for the commercial free version too, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, see.
Because I didn't even know the other one existed until recently. I could at least drop down to that and say
the
like
moment
$7.
ads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
because you know $7 that'll allow you to keep it on a little bit longer.
Right.
Hey man.
Because I've really been on HBO for real. Like everything I'm watching is on HBO right now.
For the most part, yeah.
Even with the NBA playoffs and the gym, you know, even during the NBA playoffs.
When they had it was either go on HBO Max, bless you, or bless you, or go to Woody's and watch that shit on TV.
Oh man. Damn, I got goosebumps up to that shit.
Yeah. When you get goosebumps, that's how you know the virus set in.
Right.
It's like you sick now.
Send me gonna get.
God
Bless
damn.
you, bless
Bless
you.
you.
Good, bro. That shit sound wet too, nigga.
Somebody
Put
get
it in your elbow.
Yeah.
I'm also playing the audio of another nigga sneezing.
Yeah. I
Because
thought that you just recorded yourself.
I put this on my story just because of how hilarious it was. So I want to play it for y'all if y'all didn't see my story. Look under the
sneezing.
Yeah, look under the car. It's Guapman 4000. Guap 4000.
Guap Dad 4000?
Yeah. You know that.
He's
nigga,
funny.
right?
Yeah.
He's just fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Funny fly guy.
Get turned for sure.
One of y'all got a Persian yellow cat?
Why you sneezing like that?
Yeah, either that or y'all been around a bitch ass nigga today.
Yeah, I'm allergic to those.
Who'd y'all run into before y'all met up with me?
I seen a couple of Whole Foods.
Man, don't kick it with them niggas no more. That shit set me off.
Send me gonna get turned.
Man, don't kick it with them niggas no more. That shit set me off.
See, real niggas got allergies, dog.
That nigga is hilarious, bro.
Real
The
niggas got
pimping
allergies.
is all everything he says is pimping. It's just fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Was that crazy?
4000
Well,
is example of pimping.
I was just thinking of like the other moments
Yeah, that is not so pimping. Like he's got some not so pimping moments too.
of the other pimping moments. I fuck with Guap Dad though.
Yeah.
It's like he's just Guap Dad. Kind of a meme, kind of a real rapper, kind of a social
he was
media
a
guy.
meme with that
Do-rag kind of nigga.
He was a meme with that happy birthday to himself. Crazy viral.
Yeah.
That was I didn't realize that was him until years later.
Yeah, the money shit.
Yeah.
He's been famous for a long time. He came up with I want to say Kalani.
Yeah, he's an Oakland nigga.
Yeah, I think it might have been Kalani. Like they was like literally when they was broke and not famous, they was coming up together.
Yeah.
Stealing clothes and shit. Borrowing clothes.
That's beautiful. Gotta love the come up story.
Either Kalani or Caliucci's, but you know, whatever.
Pretty sure it's Kalani.
Miscellaneous looking singer girl.
All right, we can go to the other ones.
One of them that look alike.
Shout out to Carl.
Yeah, big ups to Carl. You can send him in like that if you want, of course, but
Brother Carl.
hashtag office hours. Nutso, hashtag office hour. Which comedy show did you first watch when you were old enough to understand it? Not including your childhood, but more like your adolescence. Eddie Griffin, Voodoo Child is mine.
That explains so much about Nutso. How the fuck he finds us entertaining. But mine was Cat Williams' Pimpin'. Either Pimpin' or Pimp Chronicles. I forgot which one it
Green
was.
suit is Pimp
It
Chronicles.
was the one with the green suit. So it was Pimp Chronicles.
That one's Pimp Chronicles. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
and
probably
then Pimpin' was number 2.
That might have been my. That was definitely the first stand up comedy that I like
ever saw.
Wasn't the first. I saw Kings of Comedy in the movie theater with my mom.
But did you
How old
remember
were
it?
you?
Did it make an impact?
It didn't make an impact. Bernie made zero impact. I thought the funniest person was Cedric the Entertainer.
Word.
Yeah, for sure. Out of the whole movie, I thought he was the funniest. And then you get older and you realize Bernie Mac was the funniest.
Yeah, Bernie Mac was the killer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember Cat Williams. I saw that shit and I was like, I can't believe that niggas just go up there and do that off the top of their head. Because you know the spell, you're a kid, so the spell
Pimp
is
Chronicles, yeah.
Yeah.
To where it's like,
I
damn,
remember
he's just-
jokes from
he's
that
just
stand up
talking.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an impactful one. I liked what was the Dave Chappelle one where he was in a suit, but it was like a yellow shirt. I forgot which one.
For what it's worth?
In the Kango
Yeah.
hat.
Or killing
Yeah.
himself.
I know what you're talking about. That was before the blue shirt stand up. Because these are all around that time period.
That might have been
That
for what
was
it's worth.
Showtime.
That might have been for what it's worth.
But it was that one and surprisingly Childish Gambino's comedy special.
Really?
Childish Gambino's
His was
comedy
actually,
special.
it wasn't bad.
I remember watching I remember
wasn't
seeing
bad
my
at all.
sister watch it.
For what it's worth,
You
it's
talking about that one?
You
No.
talking about that one right there?
For what it's worth.
I think it's for what it's worth.
It's
You said he's
right.
wearing a yellow shirt?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not that one.
It's not
That's
this.
the
This
only
shit
one I
was
remember
funny.
him with a yellow shirt.
This one is a classic
Yeah,
one.
it's just
though.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. That's not one. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Oh, let me make sure.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That shit was good.
He's in a suit. He's in a blazer.
He's wearing everything
wearing exactly
that you described. To a T.
Right.
It's legitimately the one. It's
that
funny.
microphone looks.
This would have been a great option. I mean, this is great. This is a good one.
I feel like this was around the same time as the blue shirt one. I don't know what that one's called.
That one is called Killing Them Softly.
Killing Them
That
Softly.
was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That one was really good.
Yeah, I think that's the one where he the 𝛕 joke.
But
Yeah,
I
I think that's
remember.
I had to look it up.
This is this one. Okay.
But this is a pretty good first.
I had a couple of audio ones though. Like I had given my homeboy my iPod and he loaded it up with a bunch of like music, like a shit ton of music. He had like 7,000 songs, which was crazy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like just having access to that many songs.
Yeah.
So he loaded my iPod up, but he also put a bunch of stand-up comedy ones, and I had a bunch of Martin Lawrence ones.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I listened to a lot of Martin Lawrence audio or stand-up shows audio wise.
Yeah.
Boy, You So Crazy. I think that was one that I had.
Run Tell That was one of the ones that I watched.
Who else did I have? I think there might have been at least one Patrice O'Neal clip because I remember hearing about Patrice O'Neal until in that time period, but it wasn't no full special or nothing.
Yeah, it was just probably
just a little something,
little tidbit. It's
He
crazy. I
definitely
was
had Dave
just
Chappelle.
listening to Joe Rogan talking about having to go up after Martin Lawrence. He said Martin Lawrence would destroy the fucking room and leave nothing left.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he would go up and just bomb after because it's like you can't follow that shit.
Yeah, nah,
especially
for real.
during the '90s, he was red hot.
Yeah,
the show was out.
Early 2000s too.
Gina.
Early 2000s is going crazy.
Early 2000s, he was real hot. That's why I was just saying with Run Tell That. That was like one of the ones I love from him.
Do comedy
Run and
albums,
Tell That.
Martin Lawrence comedy albums. I remember it was a yellow cover, and he was like bending over. That one. Which one is that one? The first
Talking
one.
shit.
That's the one that I had on my
Live Talking
on my
Shit,
iPod. Yep, I had that one.
I never listened to a comedy album.
Yep, it's pretty.
You never listened to a comedy?
Yeah, it's pretty straight.
They got if you have Apple Music, there's a bunch of them on there.
It's a lot of
it's just
you
a
can-
podcast version of not seeing them.
Yeah,
So
you
it's-
can
it
type
hit the
in.
same though.
You can type in the comedian's name like you would the artist.
Is it
Like
the
they
full
should have
special
put up.
essentially?
The full special,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to
Same shit,
Louis
yeah.
C.K. a couple of weeks ago at work, just on Apple Music.
Yeah.
When I had Sirius Satellite, the Foxhole went crazy.
Yeah.
The Foxhole, it's just bits of.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just radio for comedy bits.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx's channel, fire.
Hey, Jamie Foxx had a special I fuck with too.
I did watch a Jamie Foxx special. I have no idea
That
what the
was-
name
yeah.
of that one was though.
He had a good one. I
Y'all,
fucked with.
y'all remember who the first stand-up comedian y'all saw in person was?
In person.
Ooh.
Some open micer.
Shit. Well, yeah, that for
Or like
sure.
like
random.
a person that you went out your way to go see. First one.
Damn, for me, bro.
It might. Oh shit.
It might have been Low Duvall for me.
I forgot his name. What's that dude that run with Chappelle?
Donnell Rollins.
Yeah, Donnell Rollins. I think he was my first dude I ever.
I don't think I still haven't seen a real A-list.
I feel like I remember when you went to that
Never
Lil
seen
Duval.
it.
Yeah,
Listen.
Lil Duvall might have been my first one where I went on my way to watch. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah. I feel like he just got his Instagram.
His
back
homies
recently.
were hilarious.
think
Because that's
Hannibal-
when I saw Jay Ski live. And that's when I saw.
He died, right?
No, that was
No,
Kool-Aid. I
yeah,
saw him live
Kool-Aid
too.
passed
Kool-Aid
away.
was there too. And he was telling some funny ass shit, bro. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it might have started around when I was listening to the podcast. So it might have been Andrew Schultz or Hannibal Buress.
Those are both two good
saw my-
ways to pop your cherry.
I saw
Yeah.
Michael Shea first.
Those are professionals.
You saw Michael Shea?
I saw Michael Shea.
How did he do? Because I heard he's funny as shit.
He was good. He was good. I saw it with my homegirl Laura.
Homegirl.
Yeah. Yeah, we was just cool. We was cool. But yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah, no, I've yet to see like a real heavyweight yet, but I'm eventually
At all?
I'm eventually buy a ticket. Yeah,
Bro, you got to get on the fucking email list for
Yeah,
nigga. They're
yeah.
always giving shit away.
yeah.
Like-
I'm on it. I just don't check my email.
Yeah,
I
bro.
gotta
They
see
be
what's going on.
giving tickets away, or they be
Yeah.
like
Marlon Wayans was just
or
here.
they be like they're $10.
Yeah.
like they be dumb cheap.
Some more was
But I want to
just through.
see.
Yeah,
I
this
want
dude
to
I
see
worked
somebody
with.
for
Just
real.
watch
For
that
real.
shit.
Man, they be having them niggas.
Yeah, this nigga I work with.
Like
he
if
went-
Shane Gillis come back, I'll probably go see him.
Theo Von's supposed to be out here soon, I think.
But it's people like
I've seen Dave Chappelle twice now.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen Dave Chappelle here too.
I saw him once at the PNC Arena, and then I saw him another time because my mom told me the night before, like it was a pop up show.
Shit, we saw Carlos Miller too.
He did get both
Carlos
times.
Miller. Oh yeah,
we saw that shit too.
at a
recently.
drive-in
That shit was-
during COVID.
Yeah.
I was fucking lit. Nigga.
No. We saw Carlos Miller separately again.
Did we?
Yeah, we.
Oh
went
shit,
to-
we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did see him a couple times. Yeah.
Dave Attell be coming through here.
Yeah.
I've seen Hannibal
Colin
Buress
Quinn.
twice.
I almost pulled the trigger on them Colin Quinn tickets.
Yeah, I should have.
I remember when Pete Davidson came through, the bitches were there. Like, I remember
He was selling out every show back then.
just a couple
Yo.
years ago, like when that was after Charlie Goodnight's moved over into North Hills or Cameron Village. Like that time he was over there.
Yeah.
That nigga sold out like
He went
did-
on a run.
Yeah, he did like 3-4 shows a day for like 4 days straight.
Pete
It was
Davidson
crazy.
has the most sold out shows in Charlie Goodnight's history.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's
it's
on
like
there.
they had it as like a little trivia question. It's like,
damn.
yo, who got the most? And it had a bunch of different options.
Bruh, 'cause
Pete
I just-
Davidson was the correct answer. man.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember when he came, I was like, holy shit, everybody is going to that.
Wait, Tone, you never seen a special? Like a stand-up? Or not? Well, yeah.
No, I've seen stand up. I've seen a lot of stand up. I just haven't seen
Like a
Somebody-
big name.
you
a
never-
heavyweight name.
Somebody
Okay.
that you wanted to see.
Yeah, like
But
I'm
you
trying
seen
to
like niggas
remember-
like Earthquake and shit like that?
Hell no.
Well, I mean, those are like niggas who aren't a big name, but they like they got notoriety.
I'm talking
That's
about
what
niggas
asking
like
about,
around the city.
Okay.
Yeah, like local legends.
You've only seen like niggas around the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think though. I feel like I have seen somebody big that I'm just not
ain't seen no
remembering. right now.
legend.
Yeah, I think it was around that time I started listening to the podcast. That was when I was like, I'm gonna go to a comedy show
Akash thing was kind of funny.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hannibal
You
Buress.
saw Donnell
who else have I
Rollins,
seen?
nigga. That don't count.
That nigga's
Oh,
hilarious.
I didn't realize I was gonna see him, but when my boy Big Champagne, when he was doing the open mics, and every so often we started going to Greensboro.
Big Champagne.
2 of the niggas from Wildin' Out, the big dude with the dreads,
He always be around at Greensboro. and shit.
right? Yeah, he was there, and then what's
He's
the
an
other?
alumni.
Yeah, and then what's the other nigga, the skinny one, B Dot.
Yeah.
I saw them, which it was like,
Timon and Pumbaa.
yeah, it's like I wasn't going there to see them. That was the open mic we happened to be, and they happened to be hosting it. You know what I mean?
Martin too.
You saw Martin?
Yeah, he came here not like a few years ago.
Lauren's seen everybody.
Yeah, it was like his tour though.
still
It
haven't
wasn't.
been
It
to a
wasn't
Lil
like
Duval
his. He wasn't alive. It was like his tour. I think he had like a comedy tour he was doing, and he was like hosting it.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
Because they'll do them in Greensboro.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 12 fucking comedians.
Yeah.
He's the host, and it'll be like DC Young Fly. Carlos
Yeah,
Miller,
yeah. So I saw
a whole
like
bunch of, okay.
Yeah,
I never
yeah,
been to one
yeah.
of those, but I do need
saw
to go
that,
to
yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, that shit was
because
that
those
shit was
seem
fun.
pretty
That shit was
lit.
pretty cool. That shit was
It's
pretty
like they do it for just nigga towns where they'll just rent an arena out. They'll go into. It's like just like a rap tour, but it'd be all the funniest black comedians. That
and
shit
it'd be like
good.
the big name propping them niggas up.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
we
I
need
never-
more of that shit. Too.
I never been to one, but it'd be those comedy shows you hear about on 97.5 and shit, or 102.
They're giving away free tickets.
Right, it'd be those
if
and you
say
ignore
they
them,
name
but
right.
they really be lit though, for real.
Yeah.
Gotta check them shits out.
Sweepstakes kind
It's
of
pretty
events.
much a festival for comedy, almost like
Yeah.
rap tour festival almost.
Mm-hmm.
Get to see 10 people at one time that you normally have to pay 10 different times for.
Yeah. It's a bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Melanated lineups.
And then I
And
saw
Lil Duval was there too.
I saw
Living my best life.
Funny Marco, and that shit was the worst. That shit sucked ass.
Yeah, you told me
That shit
that.
sucked ass.
Was that back when he had bad skin still?
It was after the Bobby Altoff
Doesn't he
thing for
still have
sure.
bad
He was
skin?
huge. He was.
I saw him in a commercial for some kind of skincare.
It's makeup.
I saw him in a commercial for skincare that appears to be curing him, but
He was terrible.
Nigga, that's makeup.
I'll never go see that nigga again.
Hell no.
never, ever.
I
What is
think
that for
Ali
me?
Sadiq might have been my first.
That's a good first too, because he's funny as a motherfucker. He be dropping a lot of free content on YouTube too. But hashtag office hours. I really appreciate what y'all got going on, and I really think niggas like y'all deserve to be in the top echelon of podcasting. What steps are y'all taking to spread your exposure and promotion other than ads? Would y'all set up an event to meet fans from out of the state? And P.S. I had a family reunion in Raleigh last weekend. I'm from Pittsburgh, by the way. It would have been dope to see y'all. I don't see enough posts from y'all to know what y'all got going on.
It's because we're not posting enough.
Yeah, we don't be posting enough. And that kind of answers your
That
first
would have been
question.
dope to meet up with Roscoe, though, honestly.
Yeah. And who is this again? What was this?
This
brother's
is
name?
this is Roscoe.
Oh, this is Roscoe?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We definitely could have linked with Roscoe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, you
Roscoe, we
should just
definitely
hit us,
could have linked
nigga.
with you, man. Yeah, just, you don't got to know what we doing to hit
Exactly.
us up. If anything, that's better because you know that we're not busy.
Yeah.
We're not
Chief,
posting a bunch
I don't
of
know.
shit.
There's like certain people that like y'all know y'all can just hit us when you're in town.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
you say that, but at the same time, there's people who probably think that about themselves.
That's
It's
true
not
as well, too.
So you just kind of get the pass to
That is
everybody
true
to
as
just, call you on Instagram DMs.
But if you know, you know. Like hit niggas when you in town and shit. We might be
Right,
We might
right.
not be busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Studio always open, man.
But top echelon.
Oh, what was the question?
What was the question?
Oh, promoting it. What other ways?
You know,
Shit, we be actually be on the street.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We be on the street every other Wednesday.
Like brick and mortars, you know, we're gonna start posting more clips.
Yeah.
I don't think
more reels and things.
Yeah, I would say I know for me, I'm looking more at just the content and getting the content more views and shit like that. Because if you can work the algorithm correctly by having quality content, then that'll be all the promotion you need. But you couldn't go out there and just get it. I don't like going outside for real. I kind of got reclused in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really all depends.
We'll
I really
hit
don't
all
like.
the
I really don't like
vigilantes
going out unless there's a reason to be there for real. Like,
yeah.
if there's no reason to be there just to kick it, just to see some cool shit, I don't want to see the cool shit that bad.
But you know, that's what we're for. You know, we're still outside. We're still
Pretty much, yeah.
vigilantes. We're still in the streets.
I was outside for a long time, and now it's
Yeah.
like you gotta.
Yeah.
I gotta have a reason.
You gotta slow down.
It's out there all the fucking time.
Get your
man.
old
Yeah.
ass in the crib, man.
Yeah, man.
Save that for the young bucks.
Ain't nothing good happening after 10 p.m. anyway.
Unless you're 25.
Right.
Yeah, nah, for real though. Wear rubber. But
yeah. Or not.
Hey man, you know what I mean? It's very important that y'all leave your hashtag office hours. We really need this. This is the only way we're gonna feel important in this life. Hashtag office hours. We need to see y'all. Roscoe, appreciate you. Nutso, appreciate you. Other dude, appreciate y'all. But check out the Patreon too, you know what I mean? Show some love. Like the video, of course. What's our like goal this week?
Just 100.
100.
Just 100?
105.
I'm gonna be real. Like the like during the premiere, like we need higher numbers during the premiere. Because niggas be in there, it'd be 100 people in there, 120 people in there, and then it'd be 12 likes.
So at least 50 likes right now during the live.
Exactly.
But
50 likes.
maybe 120 likes overall.
Yeah, we need a solid
Shit, really 150.
125.
Y'all ain't shit. Like the video.
150.
But comment down below too. Share. But yeah, man. Love y'all. J Noblez.
Groove.
AJ the Menace.
White man on the boards.
Yep.
Everybody get in the corner.
That's me.
And we're out.